Yeah, what's up? Oh, where's my camera gone? This. Oh, someone said refreshing, right? What up, chat? Tech problems, tech issues. Oh, it's big, man. Big head. Okay, let me put this over towards here as well.
We find ourselves in a very unique situation where the pressure
How's everyone doing?
All on one side of this matchup. It is
I've lost you all.
About GiantX to see if they can pull off an upset and kickstart that miracle run, which means this map pool is going to be very, very, very important. Where do you guys think we're going?
I might need to move the camera. We'll see.
Oh, I think it depends
do we have Epic Pen?
To prepare probably that split again that they peaked last week, their first win against FUT. There are many maps that are going to come up as a surprise. They're going to decide to go for the ascent. FUT even. So context here, because it always matters. FUT
Split Lotus
for the entirety of the year, but obviously since that's not a priority
Yes,
anymore,
thank you so much, man.
They had moved on to ban the ice.
Yeah, it's so poetic. It was almost perfect for yesterday. Thank you so much, Despa. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen them on Icebox.
Yeah, Lotus Icebox, right.
Difficult loss for them up against 100 Thieves.
Casting the second game tomorrow? What is the second game? Did I miss anything as well? Yes, I did. Fofs with the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate the 13 months. Thank you. Kenny Jones with the 21 months as well. Desp as well. Appreciate you. That's Fnatic Liquid. Oh, okay. Yeah, get your bias out. That's right.
Every single thing, every step that you took, everything you did comes down to this point. And
you actually said I will only do this game.
Repeat something like what you did last year in the last
demanding to be cast in Fnatic.
You still have it in you. You should repeat it today.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've seen anything too funky from the side of FUT, and it looks like that's gonna stay the way it is. Of course, we're gonna stick with this comp, which, you know, previously we saw cracks on the Raze, but Cena's been having a blinder recently.
A blast, you'd say.
Honestly, I wish I did.
Yeah, I mean, CNET has looked quite good on the Raze. I feel like, aside from the jet that he's been picking up a bit more frequently into stage 2.
Double duelist against the Cypher, they might have issues.
Of the 2024 season.
Dude, I really need to reset this PC. It keeps can't draw circles without it doing like a straight line.
On that Raze, I quite like this. Vitinho also had an insane map on that Omen.
I'm thinking about the pressure again. Like for me, Giants, this map, everything has to be round by round. Please, the 5v4s, the 5v3s, we cannot keep throwing in this situation. Something has to change, and it has to do not with
PC building content. Dude, I can't do it. Not after what Sideshow did.
Talking about outside of the server, do not forget also that if GiantX wins, Gentamates
Sharp with the 17 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. I missed the slug sign. Oh, for God's sake. Too busy looking at you guys.
Thank you so much,
In volume, yeah.
It's a big game coming up here, Tom. And look,
Could be a little louder now.
If I didn't point out, there's a heavy favorite coming into it. I think we're all expecting FUT to do well, but GX, they've had a little resurgence. They've been looking better and better. It's a chance for them here today.
Yeah, I think like the addition of Famzy looked pretty good last week for someone who's actually playing the tier 2 and the tier 1 at the same time. We've seen players move and there's been expectations. I think in his most recent game he played, I think it was the final.
You should slug scribe now? Dude, shout out to that guy.
Kills and still lost.
Incredible.
So he's definitely someone up
Someone
there
clip it, I'll watch it later.
Department.
Maybe we get to see it
Realistically
again.
though,
I'll pay more attention.
Definitely favorites.
Okay, we got FUT on defense. Giants on attack.
Top 2. That was the main thing. You get to skip one stage, you get that advantage. Being number 1's always nice, but ultimately that's not really in their own hands at this stage. For GX, even if they win, they need other things to go their way. But if they don't win, they are definitely out. Okay, yeah, so there is still a chance for Giants. That's kind of nuts.
Pace to start off this pistol. We saw them dive up through mid. It was Purpo and Famzy leading the charge, and it will be again towards the site. But it's all been given up. But relying on the trap,
might be one of those who wants it more.
Has got a reveal, but no follow-up, just for damage. Spike crossed his site. GX with a good foothold.
Still no plan, by the way. No plan, and no 5 can get close.
Fighting for it towards screens. 3
Still
players
no
here
plan.
waiting. A flash already burned on successfully.
Oh, they really wanted to do map
He's only
control.
good for the 2 though, with Hoodie still surviving on a sliver of health, and he won't make
Still
it
no
much
plan.
longer.
This one was mad to
45
it.
health.
Yeah, they felt like
Cloud
they
in a
needed some
1
map
versus
control. They
2,
didn't have over
still with
towards
the
A
spike
ramp,
to be
so
planted,
wanted
but
to
he
take
will get away
spawn.
with that for free. The problem, despite both of these players being
Shout out to
tagged
FUT
up,
for having so many
finishing
people
them
here.
off
I think
will
they
be
thought they were going to
difficult. There's
reactively
the stone
take
used up. They know roughly
ramp.
where he is.
And that they could overwhelm just
Remaining
with the
utility
numbers
can
that spawn, and it
only
did
really
not
be
go
used to
great.
Just delay them a
Tactical
little
error. It's more of just a gamble. It's
Still
not even like
couple of
a
flashes
bad
from
gamble,
Mr.
really.
Fallen. They're waiting for a mistake. They're waiting for someone to take that peek, to take that risk. Already the spam coming through. They were well aware of
Nicely
the
done from
angles that were
FUT. We'll
left
keep an
unchecked.
eye on the pistols.
And in the
1-0.
end, although a little bit close, FUT will take themselves the pistol.
I think unfortunate for GX, they put all their eggs in the basket of fighting towards screens. Normally, 1 or 2 players
It's a
there,
Gecko on
your
this map.
opponents are gonna be
It's
working
definitely
to
not
get
the
back heaven
best map,
control and so on,
but
but
I mean,
this time, 3
Thing is,
players
double
planned and
flash
ready.
is
The
so
initial trade
strong
was
right now.
actually even. It's
Like,
like Hoodie
some
actually
kind
did
of
well.
flash
It's the
into
repeat.
Gecko is
Their
crazy
people's
strong.
back there,
So,
and they play it on the site. It's actually a 2v2. Now the HP still would have been in favor of FUT, but at the same time, that trade should have gone worse, and it actually went all right, but
and
just
everyone
wanted to
buys
go a
up
little bit further
fully
because
into
you
this
didn't
one
expect
on
a fourth
attack
player to be
because they
re-swinging
did.
at
Wait,
it.
did they get the
One in
plant in the
heaven
end?
as well, waiting for you to
Was he
fall
fully
back and
paying
you're
attention?
having
They must have
HP
if they're buying
straight
like
shots
this.
taking you down, so
Yeah, look at their
again,
money.
Sometimes
Okay.
you're in that crunch time and you got to just go for
They
it.
got the
Didn't
plant,
work
which
out
means
this
they can
time, though,
get
for
some extra
GX.
buys into
They go
it.
1-0 down on their attack side, investing into a couple of pistols, 3 sheriffs, Hoodie, Cloud, and Purpo. Picking up a weapon that can pack a bit of a punch, and Krax has already learned that the hard way. Luckily, would have been a wall in the way.
Shot.
It wasn't for that shot. though.
Doom Bros
CNET
on Plat Chat, yeah,
connected,
he's good.
and everyone else
It's
on the
nice when
side
it's
of
like
GX
really.
now gonna be a little bit
It's
more
different
scared
vibes
of
when it's like
peeking out that mid
a
angle without
approach as
law
well.
in play. One shot
Y'all
to the
can have a
body is all
lot
that's
of like
needed. But CNET's on 70,
more
so
in-depth conversation and like
missed shot can
insights
see
at
it
school.
return back on him.
Nice to throw it in every
That's
so
the thing.
often.
It is a bit worrying already. I know it sounds ridiculous, but getting that pistol for FUT, they had a 10-2 defensive side half last time they played against Mates. Mates have been playing this map quite a bit. You might remember them beating GX 13-1. Obviously, again, they've changed personnel since then and actually had a victory versus Heretics, which, if you saw that coming, well done. That makes you one of every single Valorant fan that was on the planet. But yeah, they've shown a real resurgence. And that's the thing. Them having a close series versus Heretics is huge. It shows that there's some life in this GX roster.
Is the stream too loud?
If they lose
No, I
this
don't think so.
game,
I think I
it's
actually
too
had
little too
my
late.
mic turned a little bit
That's it.
away.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're towards the end of this format. Last week, that's not where you want to be coming into form necessarily. And you can see the win record 3-6 up there for GX. It's not pretty. They'd like to put a 4th up, and they're doing well in this round. Bit of damage on the Cracks. Problem is 10 seconds. Time to sprint to that site, straight past CNET. And although he might not find much, there's 2 players waiting on the site, welcoming those stragglers in. 2-0. Nice stuff for FUT, and they avoid very many heavy losses. A couple, like Ada Captain being super low, CNET tagged up at the start of the round.
Yeah.
It could have went their way, but FUT are still pretty healthy.
Yeah, there's also a world where FUT decide not to kill them and they have no economy for the next
Sure,
round because it
also.
got so late. Like, I think GX were expecting a little bit more of a challenge. Of course, that Outlaw brought through alongside a couple of guns. It's definitely not going to be the best purchase here for FUT, and I would say expectations are that, well, I wouldn't maybe say expectations, but there's a necessity for GX to take
Yeah,
this
the
round
bonus must
relatively clean
be
because
yeah.
you know that FUT are going to
Not
come
great.
back swinging in that next round.
No, great, it's not too bad. We got only one person that can get one shot
Challenge for a little bit of
from
mid-control.
CNET.
The same could be said though on the other side of the map with
And
FUT
FUT go for
aggressively
aggro
taking
A. I like this a
stance
lot.
towards B,
When they set up
even
one
having a
person,
bit
but
of
they
a
also
push
want to
up,
wait to break this camera
or
first.
more of a
Break the
push up
camera,
against
now
A
they
as
can set
well.
up one person here. Is crack.
Ada Captain is peeking at holding the information. Now, though, they're starting to really get aggressive. And
Rex
the
is
timing
working out where he wants to
perfect.
go here.
This looks like a standard hold from Ada just to find a bit of information early. He might even pop the one-way smoke up. In fact, I think it's Paranoia in his hands, ready to fire.
Hey, Cypher contact
It's
into
off the
Omen
contact
flash
to
into
Yedishay.
double swing.
They suspect there's a player tucked in the corner.
Oh, hold up,
There's
this
the
could go
info. Paranoia
really,
back and the kills
really
come their
good
way.
for
A
them.
smoke to
Yeah,
try to
and
get
a
Yedishay
stun
out of
on
there. It's
top
actually
as
got
well.
another
Oh my god, he just
reveal
got
helping out,
so
and
much
utility
util
sending them
and the
flying.
breach damage to
Coutinho's
get him
lucky to
out.
still
That
be
is a
alive.
sick play.
Even then, the
It's
chances
pretty
of
much
this
all
round
reliant
going
on
GX's
Yetijay
way,
getting that
they have
first kill.
slimmed massively with 8 health on one. Hoodie
But
on
that was
150,
really
and
nice,
the
man.
spike down
Everything
inside of
after
main.
that first kill just had so much
I mean,
util
it's tough
behind
to
it.
even call
Omen
a
flash,
save at this
stun,
point,
breach
but They might
damage.
not be left with any other option.
That's just a wonderful
That
setup.
is-
Like the fact that Yedishay
That is
first
an
of all
easy
wins the
bonus.
battle with the
An
Spectre
easy
to begin
bonus,
with. Like,
and
that's the fight you're not
first
really
fight's
meant
they
to
need
win.
to buy one
The
armor, that's
Paranoia
it.
helps him
You
out.
got
I think
so
also
much money.
from afar, Mr. Fallen put a stun in, so the player that was behind the box also couldn't move and was blinded and then hit with a smoke. So just great combination of utility. I think GX, obviously they've
When do we
walked right
see
into the trap that was
Abyss
there,
and
but as said,
VCT?
FUT were taking
When is
control
the
of
first
both
day of
sides the map,
Pacific? That'll be the
ready
first.
to have these sort of brawls.
There's a
And I
chance
think
we see it
GX
Friday.
are
Is it
pretty
Friday or is it
nasty left
Saturday? I
early
need
on,
to
but
look
they're
at
gonna
what
have
days
to make sure they
the
battle
fix
for
on.
these extremities a little bit earlier.
Is Friday?
Too much space conceded. Oh no!
Oh
He's
man,
shot
and they lose an
with
extra.
8
That is
HP.
savage.
Inside a smoke, he decided to.
I'm
fire
trying to grow a
blindly.
mustache. Nah, bro, I just
They were
haven't.
gonna get around the
I'm
corner anyway, so you kind of just go, right,
That's-
I've got to try
Screw
and
it,
kill him,
right?
but yeah.
Nothing too
And
crazy.
it means another weapon gone.
Haven't had time to
A
shave.
very clean round for the side of FUT, so they're going to be over the moon. They get to upgrade. Bear in mind, I said they had 2 Bulldogs, I think a pistol and an SMG alongside the Outlaw, so they had no rifles. They now have 3 rifles. They haven't had to spend any cash. They still have an Outlaw and a
So
Bulldog.
the one
So
save gun
this is about as good an
and
economic start you're ever going to
get
see
some
a team
sheriffs
have.
into it.
Oh, it's up
The
there.
Salty G,
most
thank you so much,
certainly
man.
is.
Appreciate the prime.
Injection around.
Thank you so much, man.
Economy looking healthy.
The support as well, bro.
Their opponents
man, they
not
get
wielding
melted.
much in this
Ooh.
round, but
Whoa,
quick
hold
play
up.
again. Famsi and
I spoke
Burpo,
too early.
the
This
ones
actually has a
leading the
lot of
charge.
potential.
They
Gun
found some
down on
control,
site. They
trading
can
out
double up the
Famsi's
guns
life
here.
for a site, for a plant, perhaps, and that could be huge. Nade. It'll soften them up, perhaps, to allow CNED to come in, Outlaw in hand. In fact, everybody except for Hoodie
Which-
is now vulnerable to
Kind of
that
want Hoodie
Outlaw
to
up
get
in
the
heaven.
gun with the armor here, but
Something
he's
to be
so
cautious
far
of.
away.
And GX, I'm not sure that they'll do much.
Yeah,
in
let's
this
see how
position.
well
There's
they
no
time
need
like
for
the
them to push
stun
out, just waiting for
flashes.
contact from Hoodie, and then
Flash,
they can
flash.
swing.
It's all about that getting over
Everybody's got
towards
one
the
gun,
site.
but already that contact's come in. Hoodie's gone, and there
Stun
hasn't been a
into
response.
ooh,
Paranoid
stun
to
into
slow
flash
them
on the
down, but
left.
They're definitely stuck in this corner,
Yeah,
stuck
they
in
are
the back
so
of the site,
wrecked
and
on
just being
site here.
picked apart one by one. Vitinho will at least get one, but
They made it
everything
doable
else
though.
is
I
all
like
FUT.
how chill
A
FUT
4-0
were. Just a
start on
little
the
bit of map
defensive side.
control
That's
over
it.
towards
I
here.
know
Made
it
sure they were
sounded
just
bleak
locked in over
after a
towards
pistol, but
site.
This team on the defense is
They are
disgustingly
not
good. But even when
not
it's
messing around.
a 5v4 or 4v4 post plant, they didn't really break a sweat.
No, they're
It's
making it
easy
work.
for them again.
And you can see, yeah, how patient they were up top. CNED waited the whole time with an Outlaw in hand, just allowing these players to overpeak it. The first position, rooting Hoodie out of it. It even popped the cage to try and keep himself safe, but that didn't help. I really like this from the squad. That too, there you go, good flash. For FUT,
Yeah.
4-0
replay.
start.
Whoa, what the? I'd get insta comment for saying NA replay. That's crazy.
On the back foot just yet, but now
Cool, vision
for the
strikers.
attacking squad. This is where they
Yeah,
have a much
is it
better
reverse
chance.
vision
The last round,
strikers?
they had a rifle and a few pistols.
Normally
It is what it is. They
normally
at
this
least
has
got
a
to the site,
stun
found the
and
opening pick, look to
what?
replicate that
Vision
success
strikers
here
used
and have
to
a
do
much
stun,
better
then
chance
Omen
of
flash,
late
yeah.
fights.
Okay, again, this
They actually
is
used to
full
reverse it the
deep
other way
control.
around, where
Even
it's
gonna
like
take the orb, that'll give Roland
Raze
Thunder,
goes
so
this way, smoke off the Raze, so you can't get shot from
You can
fence.
see that GX are going back to look.
Okay,
to
so they
try
just
and
wanted
battle for some of
early
this
map control. They
but
also used the
it definitely has its risks
spare
about it.
trip
They've already had
over
problems
towards the middle.
with a contact play in this direction, but this time there's not anything to be had. Just falling back off the
Wait,
angle.
Andy, you're here.
Cloud actually. It
Gunner.
does make me a little bit nervous.
Oh,
that he's
Mel
the
is
one
on
clearing that with a
replays.
spike.
Okay, okay.
After what happened last time. For now, though,
Damn,
a few
thrown
bits of
in at the
utility
deep
being
end.
sent
That's
out
crazy.
Seemingly as a ruse. Paranoia used, flashes used, and they're going to try and get into heaven. Never mind, Cloud's actually found out a captain.
That might just win the round for them. Indeed, the ultimate being used sends them running back towards spawn. And I thought
This
it could
was a
even be
very
worse
nice round
with
from
those
them
FUT
at the
players
moment. Mr.
focused
Fallon
on
has
Nade
ult.
and
Does
the
he
flank
decide
from
to use it in
Nade
the
catching them
4v5?
off.
That's a
Instead,
yes.
FUT have reset, played outside of sight. Rolling Thunder going in. Down below is open, but so is heaven for Hoodie. He's got one, but traded out immediately. And the pressure,
Whoa,
you can't
my
even leave
God,
it to
give me
one player.
CNED's POV.
Blink and you miss it.
Was
The
there some
whole
extra
squad is
util
dead.
that I missed, or
That
did
is
he
as
literally
clean a
just
retake as
hit
you can
3 1v1
conceive for the
duels?
side of FUT.
This
almost
is
a smile.
looking way too easy. Like, I'm actually
That's
a little
ridiculous.
bit shocked by that one. CNED 7-0, Mr. Fallen 7-0. Bear in mind how CNED went back into this site.
Hey, I mean, that guy was
He's the
stuns, but the
first
other
man
two were
in,
straight up
and he
normal
takes
duels.
3 players. The counter
good
rolling
point.
thunder
Where
is
is
good,
this?
but again, you have players that dodged it.
Holy
and
man,
still
it's
get
going
taken
crazy.
out, and
Early
okay, I saw it
timeout.
come up
Wow,
on
I
my
say
screen
early
that was a
timeout.
FUT timeout, and I was like, I don't know. I've seen someone do that before, and that severely backfired. It's not. It's a GX timeout. I think even at this stage, you just need to stem the bleeding a little bit. Calm the team down, because as said, like, in my personal opinion, this is the worst scenario for GX to go up against FUT. Because FUT are one of those teams that I feel like later in tournaments where pressure can get to them, sometimes they don't play their best. They play looser, more aggressive, and it can be a little bit silly. when there's no pressure on FUT, I think they're one of the most terrifying teams in the world because you just have CNED styling, everybody's feeling confident, they've got so much individual skill, you're still going to have Yedajay screaming every single round. And on the other side, GX are sweating because they know, okay, sure, yeah, there's all these other scenarios, but the only thing in their mind right now is win game, still in. That's it. That's the only thing you have to think about. Lose game, out. And right
passive,
now, they're 5-0 down.
Passive trips.
I
lower for
honest,
the parving over towards site.
Well, let's put it this way. Krax has 0
Hero gun
kills
for
and they're
purple. Let's see what the
5-0
plan is. Everyone
He got
gets
one
armor.
assist. I think it was the flash in that round.
So, you know, as far as how things are going
no,
here
Giants
for
picked
GX,
this map.
yeah,
Wait.
there's a few problems. There's a showstopper.
Oh, this is kind of nice. After the timeout, it's a bit bold to do it against the eco, but at least everyone's pushing so they don't have a chance to pick up the guns. Yeah, this was cool. Smoke, Molly. I think the Molly's meant to hit the edge of this and drop down here. I don't fully know. Maybe it's meant to go at the back here. But either way, this was really cool. Stun on top of it, raise ult send.
This map for FUT, GX have got to be devastated. This is their pick.
And a push over towards B as well.
That it is. That it is. Max cash for basically every single player, in case you didn't know. And yeah, that's got to be the most brutal
Cena's
way
rifling
to...
looks
obviously,
unreal
again,
right now.
They had a low buy. They just have pistols. But even still, you've taken a pause. You're trying to get a feel for the stage. All right,
try this
back
out.
in the game. Back in the game.
We got 2 players that haven't
Not
died
back
yet.
in the game. CNED just showstopped down mid, didn't kill anyone, still hasn't died.
6 rounds in.
He is 9-0. Yettajay is 8-1. I'm just reading the
They just got
scoreboard
no
because
kills.
I don't have any positives for GX at this point. Well, let's see if they can find something here. Immediately, Thrash is now online. The guy who, up until last round, had 0 kills, now has his
And into this big buy round, they take over B main. We pick up the AWP. We had 4 people here to make sure they could fight B if they wanted to. At Breach and Omen close.
Slightly ahead.
On the
They
way
could
to
use
A, there was
Vital.
only one
Now the
player
rotates
here,
coming
as
in. We've got the
GX
same
shifted
trips
towards
they've been
this
doing
side of
back
the
to
map.
back.
Now there's 2. And it looks like
It
we're
is just a
seconds away
straight
from
up.
being a third. Never mind. CNET's gone back. Okay, they'll find
That
a
hit near the
slightly
trips?
easier
No.
way into the
They need
site.
to, in theory,
All
break
the plan
this.
here is to let them dive in
Yeah.
and catch
It
them
went
with
through the
tracks. They go
middle.
straight through. Dodged both of them.
It was sick, but there's still one on site that might get him a kill. Okay, Breach is broken.
On the site now, rifles in hand, looking to fight for screens. Paranoia ready. It's not caught the first, and the first is Purpo. He's good for 1 and forced back by the nade. Famzy isn't though. He's gone straight up, taking the fight to them with a
Really,
showstopper now.
really good breach flash from Mr. Fallon. Kind of saves them, but they still look pretty much done. They got so much money that they might as well go for it.
Just about survived the boom bot. CNED might be about to have his first death. The spam battle actually goes the way of Yedajay. Even still though, they've been locked out a little bit longer. Continuing the aggression. Finally, CNED has died, and this is looking like the round even. A bit of a win from
what a
Mr.
shot.
Farlin.
What a shot from Cloud.
right
Okay,
onto the board
good news
with
is they got 4
an
life.
incredibly
So the
aggressive
money's
take of
alright.
that A site.
They can afford a loss.
But may have given them the site initially, but I think they expected a bit more in the retake.
You gotta say Mr. Fallen whiffed. I think he hit every
Who do you
shot.
think will be
Tom.
better at
He
Champs,
didn't-
FUT or
he didn't
Heretics
shoot
based on
one more
current
bullet.
form?
That's
I would
mercy
guess
from Mr.
Heretics.
Fallen. He said, "Have your
Just
round."
at the moment, I
getting
feel like
that
Heretics
shot.
have a higher
That's a
peak.
wick. That's fair, actually. Yeah, I've seen the guy
Wherever they're
play.
gonna hit that
That's
peak,
spot on.
Like, if
Don't know.
he's hit a few legs, I'm just like, no, that's not Mr. Farlin. That's an impersonator.
It was an ambitious play by Famzy, but it worked out perfectly, getting aggressive past
Oh
the
my
middle.
god, dude. Everyone's getting real pumped up.
And firing
Sick
off the
though.
showstopper for the escape as well, and maybe even finding one. He obviously didn't, but nice to roll the dice sometimes.
Heretics have got that favorites
They
cast.
found-
Yeah, that
Won't
is.
last. Their first taste of defeat.
Yeah.
A round going to their opponents. Can GX replicate it though? Back-to-back rounds.
Giants have got
That's
to be
what we're
so
looking
scared
for.
of B main.
It's
Yeah,
not
look
like
at them.
FUT are going on an eco
They're even
anytime
sending the
soon.
jet to do
And
it so you can
remember,
dash out if
Thrash
need
is
be.
still online for
Okay, so
GX.
there is pressure
There's
over
no
towards here. In this
impactful
comp,
volts on
can't
Rolling
really
Thunder used
clear
up
question
rounds
marks.
ago,
You got a
and
Dizzy, and you
Famzy
would have to lose the
burned up
Dizzy if you flashed
showstopper
it
for
in.
the last, so
So
now we
Giants
need to
doing
see
this
them
kind of
do it
map
up
control
against
over
a much
towards
more
B is very,
aggressive
very
AO.
important. It's
last
probably why
time
FUT
they
wanted to
gave
punish
up
this so
decision,
early
but
on to
now
make sure
you've
they were
actually got
scared of
CNED
this.
holding it with an operator. The first time we've seen this sniper pulled into play. Now you'd expect there to be some sort of counter utility, something, but no, they're just going to try and peek it dry. And
Oh, that wasn't great. And we got a
Famzy did
camera up
great in
towards
the
heaven
last
that's going to
round,
spot feet.
immediately
How many
gone.
does he see?
Again, we're going to see this
1,
fallback
2, 3,
with the side
3.
utility, obviously on the other side of the
And
map,
they get
just
a heavier
basically
rotate.
denying, slowing them even further. And Mark, the steps are definitely being heard at this stage, but it's very passive from FUT.
Oh, nice, man. They messed that up, though. That's the team flash on Purple.
There's still a player on site, but CNED's down. The crossfire no longer in play. Cracks is
Oh my god, what a flash
isolated,
onto
but it doesn't
heaven.
seem to matter. The paranoia finds
Oh,
its
look at the
mark,
util,
and
man. The
Captain
util is
does
so
too.
sick.
Right
Well,
back on the horse, our foot. They give away a round, but they take the next. And for
what's
GX,
going to be happening?
that just means the noose is tightening. This is going to feel like they're starting to lose any semblance of control over the series. We need to see a round go the attacker's way soon.
This was clean. Again, I love
He's
the-
here,
just
yeah, he
the
subbed earlier as
synergy
well.
on this side. Like, you look at the second
It was
peak
the
from CNED, there's
10-year
paranoia,
anniversary
which leaves the
yesterday.
player pretty much blind. Then you have the next as well, where there's another flash, I believe, from Mr. Farlin that just goes straight through the wall, so that then when the swing comes out, he's able to kill.
Yeah,
the
a couple of that was off, though.
just
Like the
utility
team
coming out
flash.
from this side just makes a lot of these kills so easy. And speaking of utility, you've got the Thrash
That
trying to
is
chase down Hoodie.
insanely...
More
He
worryingly,
boombot on top of
you have a
this?
different man chasing him. He's in the cam.
Oh my god, he was in the
Mr.
cam as well and
versus
spotted the other
CNED.
guy
Okay.
close. Yeah, I think maybe you probably got a...
No
Probably got a
recovering that thrash at this point. You'd
boombot
imagine,
that,
and
but...
that read is certainly
I can
made. Cracks will
understand
concede
trying to
it,
catch
all
him off,
taken
I
out of play,
guess.
and a player stripped from A gives the information
Even
back
Aston
to
is
the
getting involved.
neural theft of where these players
That's
are.
crazy.
Mr. Fallen, they know that he's here.
Hey,
They
what
know
though? If
that he
they
was
force this over towards
further
site, they're
towards
going to have a rough
screens.
time. This is the right call, as you can see on the
They've
minimap.
sensed there's too many players. They've dragged the rotations, and now the fast play back towards the B site. It's Ada Captain again with the pressure on his shoulders. No ults coming his way. At the very least, and no
Up to Ad, so he's
showstopper,
gonna have
but
to
you
do
gotta
it
be
on his
careful with
own.
this blade storm up top. It's messy, but he gets there. He gets there in the end.
That's
3
crazy,
kills
bro.
for
This
Ada
stun was
Captain.
unbelievable from Mr.
Surprised he
Fallon,
had
though.
enough
It got the
bullets
guy
left
on
to do
heaven,
it.
it got the
And
guy
Hoodie,
here.
he's
There's
gonna
no
be
way he
sat
gets
there
3.
wondering how this all went wrong. That looked like a shoo-in. Okay, good shot, but 3 more to go. 30
I
seconds to do
cannot
it.
believe
Spike
he
down
gets
on
3
site.
there.
He's had some clean shots in this round. I thought he was dead.
Yeah, the
to
third
CNED
shot
at
was
the
real
beginning, but
nice. But I'm telling you, that
25
stun from
seconds,
Mr.
spike on
Fallon.
the deck, and, look at the
Oh, this
economy
is
for GX.
annihilation.
You win 1, immediately lose 2 straight away. Like, your economy is
Asuna, thank you so
guaranteed
much.
to be in
Dude,
the bin.
15 months as well. Respect, bro.
I sound like a
With the
broken
prime,
record, but
thank you, man.
Ada Captain firing warning shots. First
Thank you,
kills
thank you.
him. Then again,
Best
there's
of
pot
best of
flash.
luck in
And
playoffs
that
as well,
second
bro.
player is so blind that it just makes things so much easier for him to get those kills. I think that Mr. Farlin's breach, he's looking to break some sort of assist record.
15
He's getting
months
up
worth
there.
of plays.
I'm not including like
Respect.
people who cheated using like heals and stuff like that.
Dude, look at it.
He's got these 7, 1, and 10.
Yeah. I know, it was unbelievable. I think it was a stun he pulled out even at both flashes closing the round. And it's crazy the value he's finding off free utility.
I like that they're
That
going
completely
proactive with this one,
stalled
though. You
out
kind
the
of got it with
aggression.
this
For
comp.
GX, this is hard, man. This is looking like you're
Yeah,
rolling
and they
back to
force into
stage
it,
one.
and it is a force.
And,
We're missing any util.
Stage 1 foot as well. They're
They
firing.
did lose 13-1 to Genomace and then win the
D-Ned,
series.
1 away from his
That's
ult.
true.
Maybe they're running it back. New strat.
Ned, free ult.
All right. Give
Lose
them your
match.
pick
Yeah, exactly.
and then win the series.
Exactly.
You would think a team that can do that would just win the series outright. No?
No, but they like playing on the stage.
I see.
Just
right.
not for very long in the first map. They don't want to drag it out, you know.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect it. You know, when you're going to 3, sometimes you
Also,
want to keep your energy.
I don't think this helps them with tiebreakers whatsoever.
No.
But let's ignore that and
Let's
go
get
with
away
the
with one.
made-up storyline.
But this is all part of the plan for GX. Well, we'll talk to Pipson later. I'm sure he'll echo that sentiment.
I can think of what word he's going to use, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay,
Smoke.
hold up.
This is interesting.
Yeah, this is
Ada
a hot
Captain
smoke to
finding
hold
his way
away.
there, just trying to give an extra angle, but
3 of them
he's going
disappeared.
to the shot first. Hoodie
Yeah, and
onto Yedeje. Much better stuff coming out of GX.
Oh
Now
my god,
dead.
he's
There's
so
no way
wrecked.
out. If he got away with that
That
one, we'd have
spike,
to
though,
start
this
calling
is
the
a
admins, but it's
little
come
bit
down To a
doable.
2 versus 3. With the spike down as well,
And-
it's buying
and they
more
got-
time
they
for
still
Mr.
got
Fallen's
flash.
rotation. No
Like,
ultimates
that's
to
good
get
for a
back
kill,
in.
at least.
Plenty of utility and
Still
you
got
know,
breach
talking about
damage to
Gecko
stop
and
the
breach
plant.
utility. It's just a shame they don't have
Could try stop the
players to
plant,
support
double
on the
flash
back
in.
of it. It's both of these guys fire the
30
util,
seconds left.
take the fights, and see where it takes you.
Cracks is
Careful of a mosh pit this late.
definitely
Damage. Oh,
wary
liberate.
of the flank. Aftershock pushes him into the mosh, but
Got some damage off it.
ultimately doesn't net a kill. That was the goal. It has done a bit of damage though.
Oh.
Purpo and Hoodie, both low on HP. Pop flash is going to clear the players below. Secondary
Oh,
flash,
no.
and it's a wallbang immediately.
Oh, the util's so
Left all
nice,
onto
by the way,
Purpo,
from these two at the
38
moment.
HP. I don't know if he's been spotted, but it seems like they know.
Can't
I
catch a
don't even
break.
think they took a
That was
single
insanely
point
good
of
though.
damage and
2v4 at his
everything. In
peak.
fact, I know they didn't, because they haven't taken any damage at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Again,
breach damage onto
an advantageous
Mosh,
position, a post
stun
farm for
into
GX,
Dizzy,
and
extra
seconds
flash
later,
on top of it
round
to
over.
get out.
And you know, the critique I would have is the util was a little late because they're in the middle of checking flank on mid, so the mosh pit was like a second or two late landing. It still did enough damage to put him down to 38 HP, a near unlosable position once it comes to a 2v1
That's a Mr.
fight.
Farland shot. Yes, that's a Mr. Farland shot.
I don't know if he saw him go there, suspected it, what happened, but
I
a
think he heard him.
genius read, and what a play to fight their way
Heard him
back
and then
in.
at least saw the barrel. Might have just been the
9-1,
barrel.
Just
but-
crushing the dreams of GX. This is their map pick. They had ideas. Let's hope a lot of
And they
those
just go
ideas came off the
proactive again once
defensive
they get
side.
these ults because
Just
they
an
like to have
immediate
info.
push. This is a much faster
Oh,
take,
Omen
though.
Flash is
And a captain under
insane.
pressure, yet again, has support from Yedajay, who's done a lot of damage to Purpo. The rest of the team a little bit further behind, but
Ooh,
Hoodie has
hold up.
found the opener. And a captain needs to
Yeah,
be
this guy's
cleared, though,
trying
and
to
the
get
rest
one
of the team are looking to roll
How does he get
through
free? Every time he should be getting
He
one.
gets the multi-frag again. He caused some issues.
So
and once again, it's
stupid.
Hoodie left. One
Dude, look
versus
at this
four,
game
and he's
right
not gonna
now.
get
Oh
anything.
my
And a captain
days,
is
bro.
just having a field day today.
It's
10
just too easy
and
for
1.
him.
Look at that smile. He knows what he did. He knows what he did.
This is a lovely shot, by
What
the way,
an
from Yedajay in
unreal
heaven.
round from this man.
Last
I
one?
mean, the last one he had on B site was kind of
That.
unbelievable. Whiffing the spray at the start and the guy in the air and then correcting. This, though, there were 3 players coming to swing him, and he picks the perfect spot. Even
He
kills
hits, but yeah,
Vitinho
Vitinho.
first. He didn't even hit the first shot, but killed a man behind him who he couldn't see because of a cage.
Yeah, if he needs to stay well.
It's also a symbol of nothing is going right for GX.
No.
Yedajay buys an outlaw and has a backup gun, and as we can see,
he's just killing everybody.
one-shot everyone.
The other thing that's crazy to me is that Ada Captain only has 11 kills. Because at this point, it feels
We've
like he
seen
should
them
have
all.
like 25.
It's like he's like a reverse Shin. We've seen every kill he's got. Well, nice shot by
One of them.
Yedajay. Again, opening this up. It's Hoodie that falls. A lot of players on GX. In fact, I think all of them rocking light shields because of the money
Probably a little
problems.
bit too much
Let's
from
go.
FUT on this, but
The Outlaw's a
get a
perfect
trade.
pickup. Of course, Ada Captain's the one to trade out the initial fight. There's even a trap down in sewers. They've heard that. You know, in fact, I think they've even seen it, just waiting until they're a little closer to break it and blitz their way up. But that gives enough time for the rotation of cracks.
They're gonna break this trap.
Perfect position. Crossfire,
what
perhaps.
util's Crack's got? Everything?
Swing on the contact of Yedajay, who's picked up the double. The Outlaw in full effect, and it's coming back for
Yeah, and
more.
picks up his
Still
backup
hungry
gun.
for
And that was
Fancy,
over
who's
elbow the
trapped in
whole time.
corner, and he ain't getting
We
out
got a
today.
breach stun into a mosh pit, and then
11-1.
we're
We
spamming
had
as
a
well.
round for GX,
Oh, this is disgusting.
and that's about it.
Yeah, they're making
Now they move to their
they're making
defensive side
Breach
and,
Gecko
well,
look
buckle in
really
for
broken
one
right
of
now.
the cleanest defenses we've ever seen, or for a break coming very soon.
Yeah, I think we've seen this before. 1 to 13 versus Gentlemates. Oh, there's a Taylor Swift song that fits that, isn't that, Sue? I think I've seen this one before. That one. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Except the fact
There
that
you go.
I did quite like the ending. Never mind. The thing is, this is such a rough position to try and come back from. Again, like, FUT have just looked unbelievable.
Bro
So
is
much
loving
depth
it
in
so
terms of
much.
the
It's the
individual
biggest
players
smile
that
I've ever
pop up.
seen.
Yedajay's now at the top of the board. Mr. Farland, by the way,
And
died once that
11-1.
whole
What
half.
can you even say, bro?
There's not really many, if any, positives to try and put into this scenario either. A pistol is a necessity. Nice start for Purpo. Cloud alongside him.
Hey, nice
At
nice
least
smoke to get out of there, though.
doing a lot of damage in this one. It's not quite going to be flawless, but about
Sure.
as good as you can
Let's
get.
see. 1-1 for pistols.
Well, they've doubled up. That's at least something. Long road ahead of GX to get back into this game. And to be honest, it starts
Disappointed
with
in
round 2.
me
This
not
side of
telling
FUT,
Doom Bros to go to
Seen
APAC.
them many times. Invest nothing
I
into
mean,
a round
yeah.
like this. Maybe
Dude, he'll get
just buy
offers
one
there.
Sheriff up, give it a CNED, see what he can do. And they've made
Doom
these
Bros
rounds
already,
work.
the
And it's
stocks of
maps
Doom
like
Bros is
Split,
already too high, man. I
narrow
can't
angles where they can
be
get
making them any
close,
higher.
use those little
Alvia
classics
doing a
to
good job of that
have Ada
on their
Captain
own.
right
I don't
click
need to
4
get
people.
involved.
That round lives in my memory. Well, that round, which one is the correct response? There's been so damn many. Let's see if FUT can upset them yet again, although I think
There's a
we
second
can
part of
all
your
agree
message.
We'd rather see GX take this round. We need a little bit of life injected into that defensive side.
Yeah,
Off the
next map
trip,
is
your
one
Omen
that-
Flash.
It's not bad
2,
for them.
3, 4.
We've seen them play Lotus last 3 times they played it, they've won. warm-up here. Vitinho is going to get traded out. He was someone in their previous victory on this map, ended 28-16.
Oh, it's so.
I find it hard to believe that that's going to be happening again. And while Mr. Fallen, he is going to go down again. I think he's had more deaths in this half.
Lost the gun, that's it.
Well, that's not hard when he died once in the previous, and they've lost both rounds. Yeah, it seems to me that when you kill Mr. Fallen, you win the round.
That's all Navi Flame. It wasn't that subtle,
Go
man.
find him.
It really wasn't that subtle.
That would be a terrible approach to the defense. I think for they're not going to be worrying until you're seeing like 8 rounds on the board. At that point, maybe we get a pause, but for now, at least they can just coast it, ride the waves, and see where it takes them. GX, decent investment, 3 rifles, Bulldog, and a Guardian. It's not a bad follow-up round, and that's really what you want to see from this squad. Still with plenty of credits left in the back bar for Vitinho, and almost the fight for Purpo. I think they did see him just round the corner. They're ready for the jump peek. It's not a jump. Bullets whiz over
Last time you
his
saw a
head.
Jet
Initial fight not going Foot's way.
solo hold
They're spread
B
out. They're holding the mid and the A
without
push,
an op.
allowing GX to step forward into their trap.
He's got a trip in the
Although,
camera though.
we are seeing a very passive defensive side. Not much movement over there.
As patient. Again, I think just expecting a potential mistake. This is as good as a bonus round as you're going to get, really, for the side of GX. They've
And I mean, Giants are just moving around the map or trip Omen Flash plays. They'll do it. That's one of the reasons why this trip is so good, because very, very hard once the smoke is there, because you know the angle to break it. Probably would have liked Cena to put a satchel on that one, not gonna lie to you. I would imagine the Giants would try to spam it, but...
At least gotten a paranoia out of Vitinho, but yeah, the time is the real concern for this squad.
You got to make a call right now.
Definitely looking to link
A,
up on
B
B.
split,
There's a smoke out
trip,
on A, trying
camera,
to keep those players
2
in
players.
position. Although, as we can see, Vitinho
20
is
seconds.
suspecting that the play is on the other side of the map. He's made the right read.
15 seconds.
He'll be here
Guys,
to
you really gotta
reinforce
go.
the squad. 12 seconds.
You
It's
really
time
gotta
to
go.
If Hoodie can just
You
slow
could be
them down, this
planning
round might be
ASAP.
done,
Well,
and
that's the
the
round.
double. Spike dropped, and I think it stayed up top. There's no way to get that to the site, and Ada Captain doesn't make it out of B main, sending it back to their spawn to carry the weapon forward. And 11 to 4.
Well, for Giants to do it,
great response from GX.
that'll be the one.
Surviving, some upgrades as
Bonus,
well, and if you are going
5 people surviving, if they're exacts.
is probably the way to go.
Game is pretty much the first half went.
That's been put into
Different
play by
teams.
Hoodie and Vitinho. Basically just using that smoke to create an angle that's awkward enough for you to try and destroy the trip. And then just
Early timeout?
waiting
Yeah,
and
you might see an early
basically
timeout.
pre-firing any angle that they try and actually break it from. It just makes taking mid so much more awkward, especially if you don't, say, have like a blast pack or a nade or something that you can actually throw into that corner. So a decent round from GX again. The road back is treacherous. And even a round like this could have its problems.
And this is the hero gun, and there's now another hero gun here. At is taking a timing for sure. He's at least secured that they can get up to heaven.
I like his positioning. He's going to
Throw the gun down.
Try and reunite with Vitinho so they can fight from both these angles. But
Yeah, throws the gun down.
to find one, swapping out the weapon. He's got
Ah,
a
this
new
guy's
solo
too
and
good,
a
man.
third
What is
kill
this?
as a result. This is a bit devastating for GX. Although the players left alive are mostly playing just with pistols. Look at the flank from Yedishe. It's underway. Remember, you know, at this point, the only way the GX are going to be focusing is forward. They're not thinking about someone having snuck up
this guy
behind them.
gets
The
a
cam
kill.
didn't catch them, and now the result is clear. A free kill.
Oh, God, I thought it was going to happen.
We didn't see that from Yedishe. Hoodie is executed before he can react. We'll leave it at that. 1 versus 3. Purpo's dash is
Hey,
not
I mean,
good
that
enough.
is just
Too
a
many
solo
players ready
round.
to
That's
swing.
unbelievable
And a
from him.
pace safeguard,
A little bit of
thrifty,
util to set him
that
up in
puts
terms of
Foot
a
on
stun, but
map
that's
point.
about it. They did not expect him
Ada
to be
Captain's on today.
Evan this fast.
And that normally means GG. When this guy is in the mood, in the zone,
Deadly Bros.
it is so difficult
Keeps
to
getting
play
multi
against, and
kills.
that was ultimately just him pushing.
Off the top of my
Look
head,
at the
it's
rest
2
of the team,
3Ks
they're all
and
just
1
outside
4K.
there waiting behind a smoke. They're not even
Probably some
moving.
more
Now
that I've
they're in the
missed.
site, and he's already killed another couple of players. And
Dude,
honestly,
and
I
during
think
this, he
if the
throws the gun
gap was
down
a
to
little
make
bit
sure
lesser,
that
really, I
Cena
think
can
he
pick
takes
up
the
a
whole
gun.
team. That was just his round. We didn't need that in the replay. 12 and 4. It looked like there was maybe a little bit of a fake comeback in GX, but it seems like it's even shorter than expected. Bit like you.
What the hell, bro?
Taller than they think. That's the one good side of you always chatting smack.
That's so crazy.
You're actually like a normal hike. Every time. And that makes me at least a little happy.
I've never heard anyone say that.
You're never around, Tom.
Was it Dryad?
What the hell, man?
What?
No, right, we're all in this together.
He's getting annihilated on
Bullied by
stream,
you
dude.
on the daily. Well, 12-4. FUT, one more round needed.
There we
8
go.
chances to do
Learned
it.
from
It's not
earlier.
looking good for that GX squad. They've at least got a
Okay,
bit of
so
win
good.
in their sails now.
The,
Hopefully they can carry that through
the
to
full
next.
process is there.
In terms of momentum, it is very much shifting towards FUT. Opening second,
Oh, man.
opening for Yedizhe.
This was
Doesn't
an
get much better
absolute
than that.
slaughter,
Now all
wasn't
they've
it?
got to do is cross up in heaven. And there are 2 players waiting for them, but look who's coming up on the rope.
Don't do
Krax
it.
is ready.
Don't do it to him.
And they're
Thank you.
actually not going to go for it. Instead, spinning it in the other direction with the information, leaving
What a
alert
weird
back behind
round.
Purple,
Oh.
caught off by the jump
Oh,
ball,
God.
and out of captain's cleaned up in vent. Well, they know where the last player is. He's got 70 HP, 4 opponents to take down in an ace clutch, and then 7 more rounds in a row to win. I mean, it's a big task. And it's a big fail on that one. 13-4 for FUT.
That looked hard to play
Dominant
against,
performance
really.
on GX's map pick. And up next
Detail was incredible. Shots were on point.
It's going to have to be a comeback for the ages,
That's,
otherwise
third
this
on
is
this.
the end of the road for GX. We'll see if they can make it happen after the break.
Right, you guys might get flashbanged. Watch that. Let's see where it goes. 1, 2, 3, turn. Yeah.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso. Don't ask about Lola. Caballo Grande. Dolor Nieve.
Bro, that was their map pick. Oh, man.
But
That didn't feel
in
good.
spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't
Can't even use the
warn
double
you.
pistol excuse.
Careful of the Andalusian crush.
Okay, I'll be back in a little bit, chat.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through Attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's do something crazy, get a bit wild today, cause we don't do this every day and we deserve it. Life is so amazing, nothing is in our way. Baby, let's fly away. Do you feel it? Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, 'cause you and I can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us come alive. Oh, what makes us come alive? Ooh, let's break some rules. No, we don't always have to be good. Don't always have to do things that we should. We'll feed the fire. Let's see it through and let go of what's holding us back. Just light it up and we'll burn through the past and take it higher. Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come
wondering why they are just one of the best teams here in EMEA with a dominant start against GX. I'm your hosting Sona back here with Kukuka and Ash. I mean, we already talked about it. The map pool might look good for GX, but in the end of the day, they're still going up against an extremely well-coordinated team.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it with the 6-0 start, then GiantX, they finally managed to find one round in a sea of a lot of FUT rounds, realistically. And it comes down to a lot of the control that FUT were able to find on that defense side. They looked for a lot of that push and pull across the map as well. And in a moment, we will see how GiantX look to regroup and go back over towards B main here. But you have that deep line that's already being held by Adakapt, and you have Yedajay looking to back him up here as well. And the utility from FUT this entire game was sublime. The coordination that we saw coming out from them, they really showed us why they are one of the best teams within our region. You're about to see the paranoia that's thrown out here by Adakapt, and then it's just the synergy and being able to throw these swings and zones off these players. They go back for that angle, and then the neural theft as well, just to be able to solidify that last pick.
And one of the words that you mentioned that I think it's key is control. I think that for FUT on their defense, it was all about that. It's all about the push and pull. We saw GiantX trying so many things, from leaving a lurker behind, from trying to 5-man push. Some of the duels that FUT were winning, like some of those multi-kills happening in the time span of 2 seconds, maybe should have not happened. But hey, it did. And Giants were not prepared to go on top of that. To me, it was also the aggression. As we were seeing on round 3, I believe that it happened throughout the entirety of the defense. You think if you're GiantX that at some point you're going to have some room to breathe, to plan, to strategically improve around, but against these things you cannot. The perfect synergy with Adakapt and Mr. Fallen and CNET, like the smokes are always in place, the stuns, everything is ready to follow up CNET on this performance. Sometimes, you know, he gets the kill, sometimes he doesn't, but look at how deep he goes. They were in control of the situation, of the pacing that they were deciding for this map, and this is why we saw such a dominant work from them.
Yeah, and he was netting all over them, Charles, doing his best. But this is the problem. I think we talk about preparation when it comes to these teams, and I think it was very obvious that in this match, GiantX were going to pick split. Either they were going to pick split, or they were going to flow to 100% so they can have it as map 3. And Gaius and the players, I think they knew. I think they probably catered their game plan around this. But as we take a look at Charles Nettington in the AIM Labs warm-up, I think things are about to get even more difficult as we head to Lotus. Now, the last time these two teams faced each other, they had Icebox as the second map. That's when GX were actually able to take a map off of them, but Icebox is not going to be the second map, and it looks like, Ash, if things carry on the way that they did on Split, GX might just be eliminated.
Do we want to?
The thing that I'm looking for
do we want to look at the stats for this?
How disparaging this
kind of want to look at the duels a little bit.
We still saw GiantX hyping each other up on that stage, still bringing that energy.
Some of
and
these
that
numbers
does leave me a little bit more hopeful for
pretty
Lotus,
brutal.
where we've seen a bit of a back and forth
72
as far as the consistency of FUT on this map. It's been ups and downs. They lost 7 to 13 up against
5
Koi.
5 to 5 is their worst.
Granted, that was their
That's crazy.
week as well.
We lost every
but
duel.
GiantX
Oh
have
my
looked a lot more
god.
consistent on Lotus.
Damn, we accidentally called him out.
But again, it's still FUT that they're facing up against, and we're likely seeing CNET unleashed on that.
And we need to see what's going to happen with the agents, of course.
Dude, they lost every 3v3, every 2v2.
How are we feeling about this?
That's so
Fancy's
tough.
directly slotted into what Bretgar was going to be
Hey,
doing.
what the
Not
YouTube
only
was
that,
insane.
Remember that this is
let me get rid of the white
and
line.
GiantX is joining
It was
the,
really,
kind of
really
the teams that want to start, that prefer to start on the defense here on this map. The problem is if FUT keep going on this strategic, I'm going to say dominance and how assertive they are.
Got to mute the music on the break. Nah, it's fine. I only do it for the odds anyway. And dude, I don't know. I keep. I don't know. Americas keeps copyrighting me, man. Like every VOD I do, I'm getting copyrighted on for Americas. I don't know who I have to speak to. They're going for me. I can't be bothered to like dispute it. It takes a long time. So they can have the $1 or $2 for per map.
It's a must to win GiantX. They have to force a map 3. Otherwise, if they get 2-0'd here, Mitch and Tom, they will
some of you in
be
YouTube are asking about the website. Let me put the link in there. Okay, hopefully that works. You can get the same stats for all your ranked games as well. Check out what's going right, what's going wrong, what you need to improve.
Inside of GX, I feel like they just didn't get started on their own map. Do you expect it to be different defensive side Lotus?
Oh, we have the technology now, Lexi. That's sick.
Difficult. I will say, defensive side Lotus, last time they played versus Na'Vi. Their retakes were solid. They did really well. They had an 8-4 defensive half. They won 13-9. The previous 2 times in the split before, they beat Vitality and Liquid here.
Good.
In multiple overtimes. So it was a very close map.
17-15.
For the side of FUT,
All right, I'm hoping this looks better, man.
they're picking this to,
I'm hoping this one looks a little bit better for
Giants.
Giants.
They had a big win versus Na'Vi and then lost to Koi. So I think it's a map that's a little bit more in the middle for them.
Giants on
Even
defense,
though they've
FUT
had
on
some
attack.
incredible attack sides in the past,
Can't believe
including
these days.
6-0 versus Na'Vi and a 9-3 versus Fnatic last split. So
And not
they're
bad.
not a bad Lotus team. I just think it might be something that works.
I think that J has to do a lot with the camera, but I think you can make that work these days. There's definitely some setups. I wonder if FUT have taken them. Definitely some good setups we've seen recently. K-Corp and some other team. Oh my god, he ate that Omen Flash. Dude, this is weird. There's 7 people dueling here.
He's having a tough time getting involved, but Captain was there to support. Still is. There are so many tagged up players on GX.
Holy, look at the HPs. It's a very, very doable 2v4.
Big play needed. Yedeje and Captain both trapped in tree, but they've got sight over the spike itself. Nice shot to start. Yedeje with a big task.
Not too bad in the end, not too bad at all. 52, 40, 2-1 and
he's a little bit unlucky. The one player he shot first was the only one that still had health. Anybody else goes down immediately and he has a chance to maybe correct his aim a little bit quicker.
Dude. Holy hell, we got doubles?
Winning a pistol
Respect,
round.
man. Dude, we never had the double.
Getting off to a strong start here is going to be
the big swiggy one.
Bad map for them whatsoever.
Dude, that is.
But you also have to bear in mind.
Shout out to Tom Biz, I guess. A lot
all of those previous matches were with Redguard. So this will be
shout out to those two as well. That's really cool.
Which, okay, for a lot of people is looking like an upgrade, at least on an individual level. But I feel like this is a map where actually Redguard was pretty comfortable.
Yeah, there's a lot to be made up for there, perhaps, and GX we'll see later on.
Oh, we never had 2 signs. That's
pushing the pull of this map when the rifles are out. How the round around has changed, perhaps to benefit them. We'll see. A lot of utility awaiting this seat push from FUT, and a lot of players too. They've already rotated in a second and a third member, and Purpo's the one taking that opening fight, building up the ultimate.
What I think of the Giants comp? It works, it's fine.
The
only thing I used to hate about something similar that they did on this map was the default over towards C where you use Skydog. I think it has some weaknesses, like the comp in general, especially on attack, but I think it's good at doing a good amount of stuff as well. Oh, turret kind of missed.
And lots of control still for the GX side without.
Like normally people would use the only thing I would change is that, and I normally don't talk about this much, that I would use the Cypher instead of the Killjoy.
13 HP left on Cloud, but
just because I feel like them getting out towards A on attack should be very, very hard once they don't insta-take it.
Nice shot from CNED.
Okay.
Plant will be in, so at least
they're allowed 1 death, so now that's a gun.
That's 2 kills now. I don't expect much more, and thankfully already
4 bullets. Let's see what he's got. He's already done enough. He's done enough though. There's one gun down.
The shenanigans of the opposing duelist. Something else I think definitely worth highlighting is I've loved seeing Purpo play this Neon. I think he's an absolute tank just running around the map, and I think it's an agent that suits him better than most.
The Fnatic comp work with a Neon.
Trying to adapt to this agent for the meta.
Yes, but it struggles a little bit at I think you lose a little bit because of the nade.
Results just 1 away from the ult coming out, and well, when this replay finishes, I guess we'll see if he's going to stick with the buy. Yeah, there's an operator in his hands right now. He saved the Guardian,
like
dropped
in
it
theory,
to Cloud and said,
like I'll be honest, I think FUT need 4 rounds. I know that sounds pretty mental,
it's not a gun
especially on attack of Lotus, but I only think they need 4 rounds.
Even like if you're a
this comp struggles to get outside of A, it also struggles to break a lot of the trips everywhere, so they have to kind of go around and find it.
If he goes down, he can't take it back now, y'all.
Oppo gets the op out. Is rotating to where the action is. I mean, they're not going to expect this.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, Tom. He can't take it back now, y'all. I like to see if he goes around
Oh
that
boy,
angle.
well, at
No
least the
humps this
confidence
time.
was
He's
there.
straight out of the round. Hoodie trying to trade out, but with the sheriff in his hat, he gets one. He
A
gets
nice
seen
shot,
on
and yeah,
top.
they know where this guy
Nice
is.
clean
Ah,
correction
what
out
the
of
hell is
11
that,
HP,
man?
and he's leading the
Is it,
charge.
what's the molly
Okay,
hit?
happy to be traded out. Didn't see that one coming. 2 versus 3. Up on the floor. Chance for GX maybe.
Oh,
to
it's
just run in,
perfectly
grab
on
it,
the
get out of
ledge.
there. We'll see what the decision making.
That's
leads
so
to,
unlucky.
But, well, it's not like they need the credits for the next. This was their bonus, and they can make it costly in a 2 versus 3. A few shots on the cracks, and this round could be theirs.
Oh.
Let's rethink it now. Oh.
Yeah, that's another Mr. Fallen shot. 1 HP,
Wait,
even still.
he's winning
Coutinho's
duels
found
on 1
another
HP,
kill.
and this guy
These
missed the
is
shot.
getting a little bit shaky, but, well, a 1v2 with
The
one
thing that the
health.
bonus is
Not gonna
okay.
be
The only thing that
working out.
worries me is the fact they put the op into it, but
I wouldn't say
amount
that
of
one was
money.
real smooth by FUT, but
how many rounds do you
even
think
still,
FUT needs? 4. I think
they're
they
still
only
gonna be able
need
to
4.
buy into this next round. It may have a few pieces missing here and there, maybe some lighter shields necessary.
But
But
needs to
I
bring
think they're
back
gonna
the
be able
FUT
to
comp. You don't
juggle
need them
around
at the
all
stage.
weaponry. And of course, for the defense, still gonna have a purchase here, along with the overdrive available for Purpo. It's not about round, but that was sort of the risk. It's like he has to take very aggressive.
Did they go pick up the
pushes
op or
around the
not?
map,
No,
and
they just have to
FUT on
get it
their
out of
attack
there.
A lot of the time are going to play as a death ball, as most will, with the energy on the one side. You get it wrong, you run into that death ball with an operator. The best you can do is get 1 kill.
Get it right. You walk into Yedije.
Like a 4 passing.
The best you can do is
I
get
kind of
0
like
kills.
this from Giants though. They don't overuse that much
Depends where
util.
he
It's only like a
We've had
prowler and a
early on. I
flash.
think updraft was just
Get
used
full
by
info. They
CNET
set
to
up
keep his
1
head
and now they
above
can
the
rotate
pillar.
rotate out
CNET
heavy.
control was being
Unless
conceded, having fallen
FUT
back, Coutinho
done
gets
some
the
anti
space,
and they've
but
done
also
this with
the
4 people in the
rotates, 2
past. They're
players
never
coming
going to know
out.
4
It's
people are
Purpo
there.
and Famzy
They
now
don't know
close
C's
on
like
C,
super.
with Hoodie playing inside the B con, an aggressive spot. This is what it all hinges on. Is Cloud. He's pushed up on A, holding the contact around Rubble. There's a
Yeah, both of
dog
these
on
teams on
3, in
defense,
fact. That is huge. The timing there.
their
A second earlier, and
Sentinels
wouldn't have
should
seen
do
any
a
Cloud
lot
was
of
ready for the
damage.
fight,
That's
but
a
he
lovely
loses it.
pick, man.
And now the pressure's on. I'm not sure that Hoodie should compete for this.
He's a
If he
little bit
falls
committed.
back, okay, Flash sees nothing.
Normally people are
If he
like
falls
jump
back,
peeking
they
here or
lose their
whatever.
information.
This is
Well, it
like
looks
no
the
man's
read.
land.
Oh, Foot are going back and forth here.
We should be
It's
one
like
or the other,
yo-yo.
not
They
in
were
the
going
middle.
Out, they dodge the flash, they leave the space, and now they're right back in. Perfectly sold fake.
This
Double
round
fake.
almost reminisces of their old comp,
30
where it
seconds
just
left.
relied on Cena getting an opener, but the thing is, when you have one of the best entry fraggers in the world, you can rely on that, frustratingly, because you talk about that last map, I'm talking crossfires, stuns, flashes, like all these cool little trap setup of util. CNED walked out, headshot first guy, walk out, headshot second guy, round over, plant, spike. See you later, goodbye, my name's CNED, I'm better than you.
Nice to meet you.
Do they
I feel like
create a
in
bit of
general,
pressure
yeah,
to make the
this
Viper
round
ult
for
go
FUT
down? Doesn't look
is
like it.
textbook. They slide it to the right, and they slide it to the left. They freeze, and what do?
Know what I'm
After
gonna
GX
say,
have rotated all the way
3,000
to
for
C
everyone.
again, that they're convinced that, yeah, they've left A, they've gone to C, then they take it back now, y'all. It is perfect. You saw this coming, Tom. There was no Chris. There was none of that. Just the other stuff happened.
Is there anyone on GiantX called Chris? Because he would be quite cross right now. No, I'm gonna stop. It's getting
God's sake.
ridiculous.
Okay, I regret. I'm sorry I brought that back up. That was me. That was my fault that time.
Well, we wait out the time.
Oh my.
just get owned. On purpose, I'll play a little pixel angle, maybe catch
Just
myself
get
kill
owned.
instead. Cracks has just taken his head clean off, and after the pistol and second round, well, it seems like we might have us. Yeah, it is a very early GX pause, but with the way this round went, as said, like, there wasn't really anything special here
Oh,
from
man.
the side
Insta
of
double dink.
when we went back to that old composition where they were running like a Sage and no initiators, when that comp is fundamentally bad, but the thing that worked for them was exactly what they did in this round. CNED would take an aggressive peek, and if you don't hit that shot immediately, he will, even if he doesn't know where you are. And that's the thing, it's like we see a lot of players, I think Brave has been my favorite example this season, where he plays very aggressively around that.
Yeah, it's a really important
area,
round. Save
but
3
he's able
guns,
to get
money's
so
going
much
to get
value
reset.
because he
Well,
has
not
that
reset, but money's going to
maneuverability.
be...
For Cloud,
They're going to be on eco.
his reliance is on
saying.
hitting that first shot, and against a team like FUT, you can't lose that battle. And I want to see more. I want to see more of what you can do to avoid that happening, because that's a raw aim fight that has turned the round on its head.
Yeah, and that is what led to that double fake being so successful, the space taken, the fact that they can fall back, see that GX go to panic stations. Remember, it was essentially a 3-stack towards C, with the only player left on that side of the map being a Sky of Hoodie inside A Link. Hoodie flashes out, doesn't see anybody, and I think that's what gets FUT to go, okay, they've seen none of us there now after the initial fight, after we should be around rubble. They're not going to rotate to A. They're not going to stack it up. It was a perfect read of the space that was being conceded, of the adjustments that GX were putting through. Now, the defensive side, they've got rifles out, but there's a lot of weaknesses. Bulldogs, Guardians.
Ain't got time to take A, they commit
The
4.
shot's not landing on the spams early. Oh, nice few shots there. I like it. But it won't amount to much. GX get early control, but they have rubble. And now a better
pressure
setup.
created here. That is it at the moment. What the hell is this?
This is exactly what they do.
Oh,
The
it's
forward
the...
aggressive push, the quick
Okay, so it looks
move
like it's a
back.
mistake and they might push. I mean,
Interestingly,
they
they've actually stacked up the other side. He has
crazy
paranoia,
high.
which could potentially
I was going to say
get him out,
maybe
but he's
it's
still
still a
gonna take
one-way
the
up
fight.
here,
Well,
but
he gets one.
straight up mistake.
Guess what? CNED's going to trade it.
Looking like a
It
Fio
leaves
smoke.
Cloud in a pretty rough position, but he's actually going to use their own
The
wall.
two-way smoke.
He's made it past. He's made it
Yeah,
past. They've not seen each
basically.
other. The battle is everything. Because of that, it leaves an opening on that side of the map. You have to now gamble players back in the other direction, and he's going to get them all the information.
He's actually used their Sky
Oh
Dog,
man, dude,
as
imagine
signal
being a
of when he could
coach.
push. It
Just-
came out from
You
C
just talked for
all the way
like
down mound and
a whole
stopped
minute
just
straight
around
on
the
what you
corner
want him to
from
do.
where he
Full
is
pass
right
and
now.
push
He was
over towards
exactly where
A,
he is
set up
now.
the ohm
He
and
had
get
Jay
this
outside
one-way
C,
going.
grabbed himself the
And then
space around the
see the
mound.
full pass and
timing
push,
was
you're like, hey,
perfect,
this
and
is
I think
going
he
good,
got
you're
a bit surprised
flicking
to
through all
see
the
team go there
players,
too, but
you land on the omen and you see him
adjusts
holding this one
correctly,
weight
finds the
that is
kill.
like miles above
As a
everyone
result,
else's
they walk
head.
into B with a free plan
Holy.
inside a Viper's pit and
It must be
outside
so
of the CNET.
devastating.
They can't even get
Knowing
near
that if
the
you lose the
toxins
round,
that
you
are
have to
already
eco.
depleted. Again, the word save starts to float around, especially knowing you're going through a pit for this retake. It's just not worth committing what few credits you can
You
bring
didn't
through
tell
the
them to
next
smoke
round, which
correctly.
might even
Okay,
mean
yeah,
Purpo
so it's his
saving a
fault, you're right.
Bulldog here.
Yeah, I think the other thing as well was Cloud had Nightfall. So he had the one good counter
yeah.
to that ultimate, and the second he's dead, I think that's probably why CNED's playing in front of it. He's going to try and stop you being able to get any positioning. But this is the thing, like we'll always have arguments where there is compositions that might be fundamentally better if you run a different agent. Like I think it's fairly common when you look at a map like Lotus that you're... That's rough.
He was
But
right.
it's fairly common that you're running Neon or you're running Raze. Anybody who argues that CNED should be playing something else has never watched him play. Because he goes on to Jet. Again, his utility is almost irrelevant. It just seems like he just... The second he locks in that agent, here's a few voice lines. His headshot percentage hits 100.
I'm worried because it's going to be the 4 that I think they need.
GX, 3 pistols. A lot of weaknesses for the squad to work with. One player spotted aggressively in the angle, and they've got a stun. They're not gonna put it through though. Instead,
Shot.
Dry peeking in
Hold
with
up.
Purpo's taking
I mean,
full
that was
advantage of
incredible,
that
man.
mistake.
Did I just cast it again?
Yetajay and CNED down and out of the round, and now the weaknesses for GX. Well, they can go back and pick those rifles up later, and even for now,
Bro, it's been
without
really,
those rifles recovered, they've got the advantages in numbers. That's all they need now.
Never used to be
group up,
this
play
bad.
this one as a unit, and even better that there's an alarm bot sitting
Like
outside C.
the curses
A lot
in
of
Split
information
2,
to
it's
work
been
around.
through the roof.
This is going to be a tough one for FUT to get back
Starting
into.
them out.
They're at least. Yeah,
Oh
big
no,
timing,
he's gonna get
timing,
caught.
you're dead, you're
He's
dead,
caught in the
and
act.
both those rifles are now recoverable. It's Purpo's 3rd kill of the round, and he caught them doing housekeeping.
Expected anybody to reaggress.
Oh,
These
boy.
fights have not been favorable in any scenario. The multi-kill king in a 1v5, it would be the best of them so far. He's gonna get
Okay,
nothing.
that's
And that would be a
no,
flawless
dude,
for
no
GX to bounce
damage.
back onto the board, and well, Purpo take a bow. That was
No
impressive.
damage
You
done.
talk about needing a way back into the game. I think that is it. Just gifted to you. What an unbelievable display from Purpo.
I mean, it was
that one
unreal
less so. I mean,
shots.
he killed a man with his back turned, but it's the first 2 kills.
He still hit the headshot.
He did. He did.
That's the thing. Those are the
Correct.
hardest to hit.
I think the guy was jumping as well. Yeah, he's fired up, and understandably, that round is going to suck to lose. And you know what, FUT? I'm going to say it. A little taste of your own medicine here, okay? You've made a lot of teams feel like that over the course of the last 2 seasons. Now they get to taste it themselves, and tying up the scoreline as well.
Okay.
Fadinho
Dude,
opens it
smokes.
up with a kill to Mr. Fallen. The man
So
who
they're
couldn't
probably
die
gonna lean
last
back over
map
towards
now
A.
eliminated early on Yetajay. There was a
Good.
world where he got
Smokes
both.
on defense
I
though,
almost
only
felt like we
smokes this
lived in
time.
it. Not this time.
I like this from Giants insta clear over
peeking again.
towards C,
Shot.
and then with all the
He's actually gonna
information,
go,
like,
like,
wait, why was he out here on the
Right,
open?
He's done that a couple of times, and
It's
it's
twice
a
now.
round where ultimately You had a man advantage. He had the information because the player already shot. Just decided to take a gamble, and that gamble has not paid off. At a captain's position here, it's all going to come down to timing. Vitinho is watching, though, a good read, ready to try and catch those players. And although the Rolling Thunder is now online, the advantage
Read
definitely
but they
sits
have
when you look at those
Killjoy.
ultimates for the defense.
They get a plant for Heaven thinking that he's going to ult here and they'll be safe over towards Heaven, right?
Where's Cracks going? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this, Tom. They're splitting.
Hoping the ult isn't over towards
Let's
stairs
see where
right
the
now.
positions end up, because I thought Cracks was going in towards Tree instead. He breaks the Seeker, he goes back, he's with his teammate. Now I like it again, but the problem is
They planned for this.
he's going to be locked out.
And he, from here, does reach damage with it? Yes, he does, right? Yeah, look at it. He has all reach damage. A lot.
It's not actually going to help them
Can
that
delay this a
much.
lot.
Aftershock to slow them down. The time is ticking, but they need to start hitting some shots if they're going to hold this. Peak count already. There's one, but the trade is immediate.
Position was
But that
good.
clock really is ticking, and they don't know where CNET is. It's
Oh,
just going to come down to Purple.
he melted him. No time on it though. Yeah, they played that so well. Just so on top of the fact that they had the Killjoy out here as well.
Gorgeous read in that position. Even playing forward, when I saw them split, and again, I thought one was going Heaven, one was going Tree.
This is one of the things that I like when I watch FUT. They're always, like, they definitely, normally in a team you have like that one person at the beginning who will call like the ult to the enemy team or who's one away. Even just constant reminders like in this situation, in like the 2v3 situation. Just saying they have the Killjoy ult as well. It's just these little things that remind them that they need to plant, they need to take map control. They're probably going to ult here because of it, because of the map control they have. They're over towards B, they're probably going to go through Hobbit. All just the little decisions from the information that's been fed to them.
Position best economically in winning this. They'll crush their opponent's economy and leave them in a pretty rough position at 5-3, likely 6-3, and they just run away with the half. This is a big round.
Cloud jump spotted close, and then he got timing going back. Oh, okay. So it wasn't as bad as it looked.
See Cloud aggressive, like it seems like a risk a lot of the time. The TP into the site. He's got the read wrong though, and that one's for free. Cloud made it back, and there hasn't been a punish. Still having utility to try and deny. It's going to be a battle towards Hoodie, and he's caught switching
Man.
between aiming in and aiming out. Now Purpo's the man to
surely not.
fly. It's a little bit awkward, and he's ended up stuck in the mud as well. Full commitment from these fights for the players of GX, and well, it now puts the advantage back with FUT again.
Tino's thinking about peeking. It's just for the information, I guess. He's backed off now. Early read was around Cloud's aggression. Now they wait for him to re-aggress into this position. Yennege's lurk expected but not dealt with. A clean first shot cam up. And he's not going to activate it. He's just trying to draw their crosshair for a moment, but Famzy focused in, finds the first. Unable to land out of Captain, and he snuck away. This could be a problem now. Crossfire's become a big issue. The stun in play, not even needed.
Been so many big jewels to just get him into rounds. Shout out to CNET here.
For GX. They had the credits. Now it's going to be that little
one fight in Hobbit.
Players. It's a question of do you buy or don't you, and for FUT, an opportunity to further
I think
extend
FUT
that
play the
scoreline.
Jet for CNET's comfort. Yeah, 100%.
So good at bringing these rounds back. Now, that's the thing. I feel like there's been now maybe 3+ rounds that we've seen where GX
But he's one of those players where
and they've done something that's let it slip
it's
away.
like consistently
In this
he'll
case,
put
a
up
little bit
numbers
more
on it.
forgiving. Like you had an attempted delay on
Normally
both
when you
players
do that
and
and you're kind of just
CNET just
playing around a
destroyed them.
star
Like, I
player,
don't know what you could do
kind
from
of
that
worried that
scenario.
he's not gonna hit the numbers, but CNET's very consistent.
There's a world where GX could easily be in the lead.
It's working, yeah. It's been a whole thing around FUT where no matter what agent he's on, they give him a lot of freedoms. Even if, like, you know, when they were playing the Sage on this map, he still had unreal freedom.
Nice shot by CNET. That was one of the pistols eliminated.
Wait, was he playing the Sage? I can't even remember now. Am I getting it confused with Bind, maybe?
Nightfall might be expanded for this round.
Ooh,
All
hold up.
banks caught Cracks. Now I think they'll commit it. They want to
Yeah,
send
and
themselves
got to
in
be
try and
looking
make
at the
this round
Fatal,
work. How it
thinking he could
happened
send
before,
this.
and Purple only had a pistol that time. The next set of spams not landing, but the night falls in.
Good combo.
Purpo's quickly up close.
He was
ready to
Jet,
take the
yeah,
fight.
but they let him
CNET
luck.
around
I
the
think
side of
it
the
was.
smoke. Won't be challenged just
That's
yet.
right.
A lot of
Cracks
this
was Sage,
attack is
okay.
coming down to Ada Captain. He slowed
He would
them,
like
now
luck
they're
up
waiting for
towards
him
A
to
on his
reemerge
own,
from
and the rest of the
smoke.
team
In
would be
fact,
going C.
running down the
Like he
clock,
has the freedom.
bit by bit, allowing his teammates to regain their senses.
There he is.
And then he strikes. There's a reason they were worried
Yeah, I
about
think this
him
might
for
be
the
too
last
many.
30 seconds, and you see it there. 6-3 now for FUT. And they have flown into the lead.
Yeah, again, the early stages of this map looked like it was going to be potentially
I must have been confusing it with the bind.
GX, but you get into these post plants, and even though some of them have been close, even though some of them could have gone the other way, you're now
This
looking
guy
at
always
6
has
of the last
the
7
biggest
rounds
smile on his
going in
face.
favor of FUT. CNED's popping off. It's unfortunate again because I see GX have a paranoia, nightfall, and a stun all towards the back of the site. They're just unable to move forward, and I think it was Anna Captain that was just able to delay them just enough that then the rest of the players, well, they're not decayed anymore. They don't have a problem going for those refaces.
Double timeouts.
But for GX now,
Hasn't been good buy rounds.
Again, it's
Like,
starting to get worrying.
one buy round.
You're getting to a point where
Straight line, yeah.
you're 7 rounds away from your year being over. Like that is what we're currently talking about.
It's heavy.
You have to realize we are currently in July. 9th of July is where GX could be done for the year. Like, okay, sure, we talk about the off season, but that's not the VCT. That's not where you're competing for champions. And yeah, although even if they manage to turn this series around from this point onwards, they still might not make it through. If they lose this map, it is over. They are done. There is no way that they can make it through to that final stage. And while I'm sure there's a few other teams looking at their terrifying tiebreaker options, they'll be a little bit happy about that.
A wise man once said, good times make good memories, bad times make good lessons. And I think for GX, they've been taught a few lessons this year.
Ooh,
They're gonna have a long time to think
they
about
missed
that.
they missed their cage to
Yeah.
cover up the
Well,
camera
listen,
here.
they've had a long time to think about some of the previous losses they've had, and especially when you look at this map, the amount of rounds they've
Still
put
gives
in.
them
Go
info
ahead.
though. Still
You
gives them
go up
info
to
that they're
Vincent
fighting over
and say
towards
that
C,
after
so
the
the
game.
insta hit of, well,
No.
insta
No,
reactively
I
take,
would fear for my safety.
E control.
But no,
Wait, this
for
is actually a
GX,
nice
let's see if they
take.
apply what
The
they've
dash
learned.
over
We've had a
towards here,
timeout,
so
and
when you
now it's
open up the
time
door,
to course
you catch
correct
the man in the
Anna
open.
Captain again. This guy just
Yeah,
doesn't
dude, this
stop.
guy's just getting
When
the
times
most
are bleak
multi-kills we've
for
seen.
his opponents, he
On
comes
in
in
the
and turns the
ult,
lights out.
they can just
My
spam over
goodness.
towards here.
4 versus
He doesn't
3,
have
and
many
the Viper's
places
hit
to hide though.
activated. Again, for GX, in a normal round, you start to think about saving at this point, but I'm not sure they can afford that anymore.
Who's IGLing for
He's at
Giants
least a little
Cloud
bit
at the
low.
moment.
But no ultimates to play with. Nightfall expended in the previous round. I bet they wish they had it now. Clearing out this pit is definitely not going to be easy. And you can see they've left Anna Captain in the corner. His only goal is to survive. The rest is just going to try and defend him, make it so much more difficult to get anything with the pit.
Yeah.
Nice shot from Purpo, but that time is ticking. Snakebite going to make it even lower. Sees, will catch, cracks. It makes it awkward for him. Another kill for Purpo. And a Captain's still standing though, and he's just doing it all himself.
He's 1 HP.
He's for the ace. He was just a
He hears
split
him.
second away from getting
He's
it.
on
And he's
him.
going to hunt for it. He's trying to chase down Purpo, and that's exactly what it is.
And he gets on the edge.
Survives the round while acing against GX.
This guy,
Man,
man.
that's gotta suck. You call a timeout. All right, guys, we need this
Gives
round.
himself
This
a
is our
golf
round.
clap.
We fight back. Here's the strategy. A, B, C, and this guy comes out and aces your
Well,
goddamn
yeah, it's
round.
ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's all he needed. 5 kills, locked in. Yeah, and that's it. The morale at an all-time high. This guy doesn't give a damn. He's doing it so frequently, it's lost all feeling now. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever. An ace, was it? I got 5? Cool.
Yeah.
How
What's
many
him in
rounds
a
we got?
Viper's pit as well? Like, I don't, like the second that's activated, I think he had 46 HP or something when he
48,
started.
somewhere around there, yeah.
When he started in that Viper's pit.
They do their Viper smoke
pulls
over
out a
towards his,
shorty
create
and
pressure
starts
to also
gatting them down.
potentially
Hunts
find
them
out if the
into their
Killjoy
spawn.
utils
Yeah,
here.
I would say a confidence builder if I
Makes
didn't
a lot
think
of sense
Foot
because they've got the
already had
Cypher to cage out
confidence.
early
He
here
looks
anyway.
so confident after that.
It's one of those rounds
They
that
got some nice stuff, look.
GX are
Give them that.
not going to want to learn a lesson of. You just want to forget about those ones.
Some nice stuff.
That is a very bad time.
They still have a buy. Couple of Guardians in play. Blaze Storm for Cena, but he hasn't really needed it. Up and above, he goes straight into the hands of Hoodie. An audacious attempt. Maybe going for style points at this time of the game, but
Fnatic play
already
tomorrow,
7
yeah.
rounds in their
Second
attack
game.
looking stellar. And as said, there's been advantages many times, opening kills many times for GX. Can they finally convert one?
I think we finally just seen what happens when CNET runs into the whole team with 3 players, right? He dives in, can't isolate a duel, gets dropped. Okay, no problem. 3A, nobody B. Leave out lurkers like Mr. Fallen to try and catch them late. Yedijay's position. Look at his position.
And he can just stay alive here.
This is unprecedented. They've dropped
Oh man, they just play so well together.
Mr. Fallen gets it, and now they're focused everywhere. But
Either he gets a double or Ata gets a double there.
Might round the corner, and he's got his reward.
Oh my goodness.
It's a messy fight. Cracks with the flash, but it's already halved. He needs to swing now, and it's too late. They've got it.
Yeah, ended up being a nice retake. It was a lot down to just Purpo winning duels though.
Cleaning up Yedijay's flank as well. A pivotal part.
Feels like one of the main reasons they're winning rounds.
One more to compete for, and 5 possible at the half. Look, it's far from over, but it is looking pretty bleak.
You know, dude, it's so strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just
That's
looks
the first round after
too
a 4-round
fast.
streak, and even still it leaves the economy in a pretty awkward position. I will say GX going onto the attack, if they have 5 rounds, that's really
in a
not
really
too
good
bad.
spot.
And I have to admit, this has been,
Yeah,
I think
8
the last
here.
couple of weeks, we're starting to really see the Purple that everybody was raving about.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is 15-6 versus FUT.
Yeah, it's nice that Purpo's like finally overcome.
CNET is on point.
I'm just gonna call it what it is, nerves, because
So I think whether
he's always been that
this is
guy
the
in
end of their
practice
journey or
that
not,
pops off
he's going to be
a
someone I
lot.
definitely want to see.
And he's had multiple
in the league
chances
next
of
year.
proving it, but he's never had like a consistent team. He's always been a stand-in for like Gambit game or something like that. But it's nice that like after multiple games, he's kind of got over the nerves and he can show how good he is. He's a beast.
I like that he's swapping his position, switching it up, keeping foot on
Yampy,
the feet,
hello,
meaning
hello.
utility
How you
falls
doing?
dry, big flank underway. Players
What did I eat
Yedijay still
today?
tucked in, and they might have time
It's
to clear it
like
now, having already seen him.
some
The stun
steak
goes through.
noodle
They've
thing
got him isolated,
with
blinded up and dealt with, but he
Lumion.
still gets one.
Wait, he got a
Fancy,
double
though,
there?
has recovered, finding himself the double, putting them ahead by 2, and now the death ball into the A site.
Tasty, it
commences
was banging,
with
yeah.
Cracks and out of captain.
Best of
Having
luck tomorrow,
the world on
Yampy.
their shoulders, some utility to slow them down, but it's the fights. When these fights come through, they shouldn't be isolated, but they are! It's out of captain again! 3 kills, and Cloud with it all to do. He has to find Cracks, who snuck into the corner, and he's done it. Just
Hey, he's
about
got time.
recovered on this round. The time, the only remaining enemy, and it will be close. But not close enough. 0.32 of a second.
Maybe closer than I
for the
thought, but he was
Red
fine.
Bull clutch from Cloud.
Dude, Ata gets
Gorgeous
another
play,
3K.
But that came a little too close for my comfort.
On one today, it's insane.
If I saw
Just
that
every other round is a
in a different
multi-kill.
FPS game, I'm reporting him for cheating. Because it, like, genuinely, those kills were just ridiculous. Like, it was just predicting the movement of every single player.
Yeah, really wanted to get that last one.
Guys. Like, I bet after that he was like, yeah, we probably should have done a bit better in that round. 7-5. Honestly,
16 to 7, 16 to 7.
I feel like GX getting out of that with 5, especially towards the end.
Yeah, I think this is too many rounds. We'll put the theory out there, because I felt comp-wise that if FUT play this well, they only need
with
4.
their current trajectory, he needs to
I think the Giants are going to be doing this all the time when they get A control, because they can't really, in my mind, retake back over towards A unless they use like the Skydog for it, which I think is going to get shot as well. But we'll see. I want at one point in the buy rounds FUT to be going aggro over towards. It's going to be a straight up retake though. They have a camera to check numbers.
This was by design.
That's numbers 1, 2, 3. They didn't see the killjoy.
For a while for FUT.
Think maybe a 4.
They've seen enough players make it through. I think at least 3 with the steps, and they're wary that Cloud wasn't seen, that he could be around here.
This is pretty
pretty
methodical at the moment, and like the main places they got to be holding is over towards here, and they've only got 1 player, so Patino needs to win out the duels.
The other 2 are right. And all their bases covered.
There's the
Yedijay's
duels.
picked up Patino. It's looking quite bad now for the attackers. GX need a hero, and they won't find one. Not unless it's Hoodie, stuck behind a smoke. 4 players to take down, and the spike already diffusing halfway. He's got a swing.
Look at
Does
how well
to
they
even find
handled
the
this.
one
Oh
before
my
CNET
god.
roots him out.
Yeah, this was really cool though. They knew, because they gave up A, they knew that when you take over towards B, pretty much the main thing that people prioritize is someone over towards here to make sure that you can fight Hobbit from either side. I still think the teams at the moment are like so used to playing. I don't know what it is. I think the teams prioritize this spot when it's this plant. I'm seeing recently only one person hold this, and maybe it's because teams on the defense now are so aware that this is the main spot to hold that they now open the door and pressure here. But I want to see teams prioritize this more. There's been a couple of teams that throw like their Viper smoke there once they go towards B. I like that a lot. Yeah, maybe it's just teams on defense open this door more, but I think that teams on attack ought be playing main way more. Everyone prioritizes Hobbit, but angle-wise for that plant, yeah, you're always out in the open, you're swinging into the wall, you're going to lose the jaw. Already the time. Dude, of course he gets 2, pretty much, yeah, always good for 2, pretty much always good for 3, good damage.
But it gives them a chance now to take those nasty close positions and maybe find some value.
It's definitely not going to be easy. Still have the flashes of cracks, the paranoia as well. Cam can even clear an angle if they need to. Vitinho with the Bulldog is going to be the main threat. And he's going walkabouts. He's trying to find somebody wrapping this close angle. Flash not going to affect him. But already those fights have not gone his way. Famzy left alone. Anything would be nice.
Look how clean it is. Okay, I'm really expecting FUT on the bonus here to go aggro A.
Okay, a plant's going to put a few
And I'm kind of interested to see how Giants want to retake A once they've done like a BC default. Or at least push this guy off A back. I guess they put a smoke into it, but... Did I see the VCT Pacific playoff promo? Is that where they have old Alex on it? That the one?
An outlaw to work with. It seems like Krax is going to be investing into a rifle as well. It's not the healthiest of buys, but that outlaw can do a lot of work. On this map in particular, especially defensive side, I'm a huge fan of it. There's so many nasty angles you can hold.
I feel like all of the content stuff from Pacific this year has been really good.
Where they had a bonus, so we know that on the defensive side, FUT can be devastating, and yeah, I agree. Like,
I'm surprised that FUT don't go aggro here. Maybe it's coming later.
In this early round.
Maybe because of this wall, they want to make this a hard choke point anyway.
A lot of map control, so you can already see a gamble back towards the B site, while GX
Demon.
Pressure and probe.
Demon, thank you for the prime.
Maybe hope for an empty B site.
Appreciate
it's not going to be the case. A couple of players here, but again, the weaponry not favorable.
Not a huge amount of information either, just Mr. falling close, and the paranoia has pushed them back for a moment. It was traded. Oh, damage is huge. With support from further back, Reveal is in, and it's caught 1 kill. Oh, Yedajay's in trouble, but he's made it out while CNED picks up 1. Having come through the door, he's down to a classic. And lit Hoodie enough that a spam through the smoke was enough to take him down.
Yeah, they get the bonus as well. It's kind of looking like the 4 rounds that they needed might come true.
And that was a round GX really needed, coming out of a pistol and the follow-up.
Didn't know your prime was ready? Well, thank you for using it, Demon. Appreciate that, man.
Because I feel like the Spectre for
supporting
a lot of teams is quite an unpopular choice nowadays. Like, you lean towards the Stingers, but FUT have now, I would say, won both bonus rounds off the back of Spectres. Like, just off solid stuns. I think there was a stun from Krax that helped out Mr. Farland. He's rewarding him for what happened in the last. And you get into these close quarters, awkward angles. That gun's really not bad.
Yeah, FUT are one of the better teams with Breach at the moment.
Still going to be a purchase here.
It's so interesting that they're so fine letting them play A. Just make here and here a hard choke point.
It means if they
honestly,
lose
even here.
It might just be GG.
Pretty cool wall.
It's a tack around, right? Guys, if we think we're better than them, let's prove it. Here and now. Force buy it. See what you can get done.
How'd that go?
Well, not great for him. There was an, of course.
Did this work?
But
they're really a one-way there.
Maybe it can work for GX.
Everyone looked at that. Zetic with the prime, thank you so much.
That slowed them. Nobody can push
Done good to hold this though. Got his back.
Play, but they've wrapped on it instead, and it's not worked out. He hits the shot on the slide, And now the swing
Look
comes
at
out
it.
from
Look at the
Well,
crossfire
teammate, I
jumping
suppose,
down
traded
over
out
towards the side though.
decently.
Mr. Fallen did
Managing to sneak his way
unreal.
through the door. Mr. Fallen might have been spotted rounding that
Shout out
corner,
to
but he's
Atta,
on
by
his
the way.
tail.
He's looking like one of the
got
best players
kills
in the world.
eventually. In fact, it was Cloud to
He's
get it across the
doing
line. Doesn't matter
everything
who strikes
insanely,
the killing blow once they survive for the
insanely
post
well.
And with 35 seconds left, the spike hasn't been planted, Tom, and we're down to a 2 versus 1. They have allowed him to get it in play, though. Time on the side.
Bladestorm available if needed. Reposition from Cloud is not bad, but he slightly missed the timing. You'll hear the steps. Only so many positions he can be, but the ping seems to be
Yeah,
going
they're
in
not
the wrong
actually
direction.
considering this.
Reed not quite there. They've got this one completely wrong, but the shot's not connected.
Oh
Well,
my,
you
that's
only
a
get one
great
shot of that
right
card.
click. Yeah, it's just
Unfortunately,
not going well
it's
from
not going to be happening. FUT will climb up to 11.
Giants
As said,
because
that was a
of
pretty
the
important
plant
one
means
in
they
terms
actually
of how
can
much
buy on
was
this.
invested.
2.9
I
on
think the
top,
plant
everyone's sitting about
probably helped them if they
3,300
wanted to go for
the
a
lowest.
similar sort of buy. But that's the problem. This is now just becoming a game of force buys. No shields, or light shields for the most part. Pieces of utility missing here and there. You're not being able to beat FUT when they were on the low buy. Investing like this, I feel like they're forcing themselves out of the game.
Oh, they're racing towards the conclusion.
Already out of the
Whether
game.
it's their comeback or
They didn't get
their ultimate
anywhere
defeat.
near enough rounds.
Remember,
on
at this
defense.
stage of the game, everything's on the line. for
Tyrandre,
GX.
thank you so much, man. Appreciate
This is the response
the.
of a team that feels their
How do I
tournament
say your
life
name?
fading round by
Irie,
round.
Andre, maybe?
Force it up. Okay. And they
Thanks for the
managed
4
to
months,
push
man.
Yedege off the
Appreciate
angle,
the prime.
almost dropping and caught on the way through. Spotted by Ada Captain. Great reveal. on
Dude,
the
no
trap
one's shooting this trip.
placed earlier, and good thing Yedege was still alive. That's given the advantage over, and a bit of damage on the spams.
Cloud gets ult. They need a miracle round.
Get
He's
them
going to
a
use it.
Spike planted.
The ult
Really
could be
gets a
huge.
kill, he
Cloud's
gets
gonna take a
Seekers,
little
so
bit of
use that
damage,
as
but
well.
He's going to try and wait this one out.
Not ready yet.
Needs to make sure he's alive in that late round scenario. Oh, it's going to be used, but they try and fight the cross. Obviously not affected by any of that utility. Mr. Farland's found another. Vitinho, he's done fantastically
Whoa.
well. 3 kills
Hold
under
up.
his belt now. Putting this into a 2 versus 2. Make it just 1. Seen it to
Dude,
do
he
it all,
5
but
with
it's
his peak
Vitinho.
hero round from
A little bit
Vitinho.
of life
Dude, this is the thing,
for the
Giants, it's just
Spaniard
hero rounds.
under his
It's
Spanish
either
orc.
Purpo or on this one, Vitinho. He had some nice shots, though.
5-round gap.
Maybe FUT
Yeah,
missed their
you
timing.
can't help but think FUT,
It was like a
they
really good
overheated a
stun,
bit.
but they
They
kind
started to
of...
emerge from that smoke one at a time.
I get there
They
was a
wanted
smoke
each
at Evan, though.
player
Kind of missed
wanted to
their
have their
timing.
moment. And it got cut short. This man waiting on the
This
other
is
side.
unreal.
Look at it. That was a shorty coming out of the smoke to take him down, and a 180 spin on
hiring new
CNET.
coaches, interested?
They are fighting tooth
I've
and
always
nail, and the
had
force by
offers.
now
I
working
just
out.
need to be 100%
Light shields
sure
across the
that
board.
it's right
Outlaw to work with,
and
but a very aggressive push coming through from
yeah,
CNET.
pretty much
He's
just
right
that.
up there with a flash
I need it
prime
to be
by
100% right for me to be fully into it.
It's
You got
ready.
this, bro. You got this. You don't need my YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
Flash? Nah.
Nah, I'm
Grabbing
busy.
the ult.
I'm busy. In a minute, wait. Well, they've conceded the control instead, and
What?
well, I'm not sure I can
Yeah, and
criticize
that's
Purpo,
pretty unlucky.
whatsoever for that.
Like that they
He's
changed
just
up
been
the
spammed by one weak weapon
changed
they
up
have
the
through
wall on
smoke.
this.
So,
Cool.
unlucky, my dude.
Yeah,
Hell of a time
best
for it to
player
happen.
so far from GX has just died to straight BS.
Would you coach Navi?
I don't know what.
Bro, yeah, at the
Mr.
moment,
Fallen knows
that's
that I don't
the
think
best one you
that
can
there's
get,
probably
I
a
would
lot of
say.
things, but CNET
Stocks in the
still
bin.
aggro. They know
Wait,
he's
where did
here.
this molly? Did the
Arrow
molly go
try
on
and
top of the
force them
tree?
back, but there's counter flashes.
Yeah,
There you
don't know
go.
about
They're
that
being
one.
popped in to try and help him out. Thing is, though, trades are effective. Aftershock is going to delay them for a little bit. 40 seconds left. They still have time to
God,
play with the
not
pit
sure
down
about
on the
that
other
one.
side of the map. You can't really expect
Firework.
Anna Captain to leave his post until the very last second. This will
30
leave
seconds
these
on
two
this,
players
2 over
a little
towards
bit
A.
isolated, and one still only
Balance.
has a stinger.
No Omen Flash. He's gonna play close
The
though,
Stinger's
right?
already tasted blood,
I would've
so
been
certainly
so
wouldn't
tempted to have said that.
underestimate it. Thought the Odin was good for spamming, but Mr. Fallen's opened my eyes. Aggressive play from Hoodie. Knows the space is free. Why not take it?
10 seconds left.
They'll have a chance to convert a couple of kills as they make their way through. You just have to hope and pray it's not the Stinger that comes running around that corner. He could be in a lot of trouble. Players down below to support, but really it's Hoodie against the crowd with Cloud slightly further back to take that shot, but it's all dependent on timing. Cloud's having to look at mid. Cody's found the first, even stunned up. He's good for one. Famsy's got the flank covered, and now they look forward. Cracks, though, makes it possible, makes it doable. Time's still a concern. They've wrapped around, looking to isolate a fight. Done it as well. Now Famsy's the last one standing. Spray is good, but he's caught by the Rolling Thunder. Cracks with 3 kills as well. Has secured the 12th round for FUT.
Yeah. Again, these retakes, it was the same in the last
Still
map.
coming down to the, I mean, this was similar in Split as well, where it comes down to like 2v2s, 3v3s, they just can't win them.
Yeah, now that's just ridiculous, to be honest.
It's just rude. But no, these shots from Cracks were just tasty. The aggressive one, even getting the Rolling Thunder in the last second, which threw Famsy up into the air. With only a second left, it was enough for them to close out another round.
One of the best of threes we've had for a little bit. At least in the EMEA. 6 chances to just finish this. They're up against 3 Sheriffs.
And on the other side of things, eliminating GX.
And so far, the most GX have been able to obtain is 2 in a row, closing out the half or opening it with the pistol and the follow-up in half number 1. We need to see a stall out of this FUT side. And it's almost incomprehensible the level GX would need to hit, starting with 3 pistols and 2 rifles. Purpo managed to find a lot of value, both with the pistol and with his ultimate in the past. The ult is online. I have a feeling we might even see it used. But another problem, Tom, is getting past the Cypher utility. Luckily, they're gone to the C site where there's no Cypher util waiting. There is, however, a Cypher who's getting a great run straight in.
What the hell? 26 and 20 HP.
Yeah.
A lot of low HPs here.
Down to sub 30 HP. Could have come out with 2 kills instead. He's made it a bit easier for his team.
God,
and now
poor guy.
26,
20, 17 HP. Mr. Fallon, Omen Flash, Mr. Fallon with a stinger who could really clean this one up. Coutinho is the only person with HP.
To move. It's forced them all into a similar corner, but Captain's been trapped. Held back for a second. This fight is everything.
That's the person with HP.
Now they're all just cannon fodder. Every single member low and everyone
wow, what a masterclass from them. Yeah, a bit of
a clean sweep.
I mean, Giants comp just with their comp they can't really get more than 4 rounds on attack in my mind. Yeah, rough year from them. Had a lot of changes as well team wise. They had UK out. They had Redgar out.
Stage 2 of the new form. Remember, this result against GX,
but still at their peak, man, looking incredibly good.
Stage 1, but the last couple weeks,
game is over. Yeah, it's fast. How long has the stream been on for? 1 hour 42. Real fast best of 3.
One of the strongest competitors we have out there, the old and the new, I suppose, between them and Heretics. They're always so much fun to watch play, but that guy out of captain, check him PC. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think for GX it's got to be a rough one. You've come into a day where both Ada Captain and Cena were just frying. Like, the chance of you winning a game if you're anybody is slim, but for them, with still a relatively new player, a guy who's literally playing in the Spanish League a few days ago, it is a tough team to play against. FUT are definitely up there right now, and for GX, well, I think they've got some pieces of the puzzle already. I think Famsy as a new addition looks great. I think Purpo, the way he's come in this split, definitely made this team more of a
Purpo
contender.
looks really good now.
Unfortunately, it's the first split. That was what has hurt them. It's gone so terribly at the beginning that the comeback here would have had to been unstoppable.
That was
and
their year done.
The team that was unstoppable today is the
Good news for the actual org though is they can start rebuilding, start scouting, work out what they want to do. It's tier 2 players early. Or they feel like they found their piece.
I don't think you're making it far.
Do you ever game planned around targeting a player? Yeah, for sure.
We're going to be tossing things off over to the post plan, and it'll be Yedajay and Mr. Farlin who are going to be joining a little bit later on.
Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it's backfired.
It will be indeed.
Biggest
Thank you very
backfire
much,
was
Mr.
trying to
Tom.
target
For
Sugar
now,
Zero
I've got
at the
Kakuka
second
here
Iceland.
with me, and with
But we did
that
mess up
win
the
from
strats,
FUT, we
so
can
it wasn't
officially confirm
complete
that
failure on
GiantX
my end.
have been eliminated from their playoffs contention. Honestly,
yeah, we
Kakuka,
had other ones
given
where
how
we play like
stage one
Fnatic,
went
we'd
for
go
them,
for
I am
Magnum and stuff
surprised
like
that. They
that.
managed to hang on for all this time, you know, to make it all the way to the last game for them of the season. I feel like there's definitely a lot that they could, positives they could look towards.
Totally. Not only that, we need to think of GiantX as a team who changed Nuki middle of the competition. We also know that we had some players coming in and out. More of a, let's say, premeditated the decision, right, to go in with the changes. We know that Wood was coming for the side of Heretics, but on the side of GiantX, I think that they've been dealing with some of the punches.
Hebdo, I would have to
Unfortunately,
consider
they're
it for
not
sure,
going
yeah.
to be able to make playoffs. We know that last year they won the last chance qualifier. That meant them going to champs, but this year it's just not going to be it.
Oh, that was such a beautiful tournament too, I feel like.
For them especially.
Oh god, it was such a great tournament. I am a little bit sad.
Any
for them,
strats that
because,
should
like
have
I
worked,
said, there seems to be a
but
lot
didn't
of
because of
silver
dumb
linings
reasons?
in
Oh
this
yeah,
team.
I got a lot of them.
They showed us glimpses of
Can't really
greatness.
talk
They
about
took,
them on stream, but I
some
got a lot
maps.
of them.
Not even some maps, they took so many maps
We
off of their
won't
opponents.
talk
I
about
feel
the
like
reasons.
people forget that
Maybe
they were
one
never
day.
kind of dominated, with the exception of today maybe, in their losses.
I think probably today is a mix between the tiredness of the entirety of the year, the expectations, the pressure.
Sometimes we've had strats that shouldn't work that also work.
Out for them were there. Some of them were not, but I think it was just shaky. And on the other side, we saw a FUT that was unbelievable to go against. Sometimes they would just hit the most stupid shots, and sometimes it would be.
Gonna watch NA challenges? Nah, I need to. Currently, me and Minnie are working on Paper X's Sunset. So I need to record some videos for Paper X's Sunset.
Running loose, playing together, showing their best, and I think it's gonna be really tough as we go into playoffs. I don't even know who I think is gonna make it to Shanghai. Well, FUT and Heretics. Outside of those two teams,
The Monyet one? No, the most recent one. I tried to persuade Minnie to do the Monyet one, but he wanted a more up-to-date one.
We're talking about,
I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to combine the coach potatoes with anti-strat at the moment.
We need a good narrative for champs.
So if they happen to
Honestly, if Gentlemates make it, it would be so crazy. I
to
feel
there
like.
they know how they play on Sunset. Who knows? It is their permaban though, so maybe I'm thinking too much.
Mr. Fallen and Yetta J, come and join us. Come and join us.
You're good. You can walk.
Yeah. Come and sit down.
Birds one stone, yeah. Sometimes you got to do it.
You guys, you look great today. Honestly, I felt like that was probably you at your best, right? Is that how it felt out there?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you feel like you played your best out there?
Actually, no, because this game was just like a prank, you know, because we had a mixed playoff, so
It's a prank.
The whole comms was just very, very chill.
Yeah.
The best chill probably in this year right now.
Relax.
I think that's the key, you know? Well, you are not relaxed.
We heard you screaming from here. Yep,
I
every
just
time.
always cheering for my team.
Can
That's
you
my
tell
job.
me, so how do you do it, right? Because sometimes, you know, I've gone to a concert, I've lost my voice.
Many times,
you know,
yeah,
many
yeah,
times. I lose my voice quite often, and then I see you scream, and there has to be something that you do, because you do it quite often.
Is
But
it from
still
the
you-
diaphragm? Is
Yeah.
that a technique?
no, just except super weak. I'm just holding my voice more like less. When we play, we are just playing in the only 1 week, 1 match, so I can just ready for next match.
Oh, so during the week
That's
you're
crazy.
like
Yeah, yeah.
chill, you're not screaming in scrims or
Yes,
anything,
yes.
and then
Never,
you
yeah.
get on that stage, it's like.
Only in stage.
Oh wow! I think was you or Sina that said that you had his volume a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, you
I
still
said mine,
do.
yeah, it's the same.
Is everyone else the same? They all have his volume a little bit lower, you know?
No, I think they all fixed that, but
I think they like to feel it.
yeah, they feel it, but when it screams, my ear just blowing up, and my coach too. When he speaks, my ears every time just going up down. So everyone just say, guys, I can't hear you, coach, but I'm hearing too well. So
That's
why?
such a good strat. Like if somebody's screaming at you, just like turn the.
I feel you,
Rafi
I'm
is
Spanish, so
MVP.
I'm the
Thank you with the
loudest one in
prime.
my groups. They also have my
Thank you
volume
so much
turned
for
down,
that.
which is a good choice. I think that Cracks, we also saw him in the camera. You were having one of your shots, and at this point he's just looking calm. Like he expects us. You know, everybody just deals with it because they know it's coming.
Yeah, but let's talk about your comps as well, because we often speak to teams that aren't running the Viper anymore. The teams are like, we don't really like the Viper, especially on Lotus, but I think you and Fnatic might be the only teams, there might be one other one that I'm forgetting, that still stick with this Viper. Why?
I don't know. We are just playing what we prepare for. Like
we always try new things on PX, but sometimes it doesn't work. Just just saying, guys, okay, just go back to the default. So why not?
Okay, you talk about defaults, right? But at the beginning of the year during stage 1, we saw you testing. It's okay, you can test. That's what we're here for. We're here to, you know, have some entertainment and discover some new things, have some new proposals. But for this stage, the innovation is gone. Like, you change the composition on split, you move away from the chamber, and now you're in a more stale position. What has changed between that stage 1 and stage 2 for you to make that decision?
Sometimes it depends on the match. While we are winning the match, we always say, guys, okay, we win the match, but how? If they play better, we just play it good. We always sticking it together. So, like Lotus, we was playing on SageCom, but we just only tried once, and guys, okay, let's try the second one, because why not? They're not gonna expect it, because everyone thinks one-time comp. Yeah. So we said, okay, just surprise them and take a second one. And the third one, we said, guys, of course they're gonna think we're gonna change it. Let's try it again. But on the third match where it doesn't work, okay guys, it doesn't work, so we have to change it on the split kill.
Until we lose.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
Yeah, and why we lose, we just change it, that's all.
Sorry. Actually, on split, we just changed in chamber after Fnatic game, because they know where we put the traps, and they just every time exploding it. So
the counter
said,
strat.
You
felt
and they
the
left
counter.
the door open. Now that
counter us.
Fnatic has done it, everybody can do it.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the chamber because I feel like CNED was probably the obvious choice when it comes to the new duelist meta. You know, maybe the ISO coming in, maybe the Neon coming in. I know you mentioned previously maybe Cracks would try it as well. You are one of 2 teams in the entire league that have not touched the Neon, have not touched the ISO since the changes. Why is that?
Well, there's a word for that, but I'm not gonna use it right now. We already tried on Neon ISO on different maps and different comps, but there is no one in the team like this energy to play Neon and ISO.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. Weren't you who told us that Cracks was going to be playing it?
I didn't say he's gonna play. I told you he might be play. I didn't say we're gonna play. You can just replay it.
You said there were 2 people.
You can replay it.
They're gonna play it, and I just told on the review.
Honestly, I
didn't say we're gonna play.
I assumed the other was CNED. If you had to,
yeah.
I assume. But what do you think? You
The
not
third
liking?
one was ISO, by the way, but we didn't try
Yeah?
it.
Yeah, I tried. I think, I want ISO, but they just don't let me play.
We're getting robbed. Gaius, we need to have a talk.
I tried Neon. I think he was good on this comp, yeah.
Yeah, but so why are we not? Is it maybe like 4 players? Maybe, you know.
I don't know why I'm not that.
champs?
Maybe I'm just better. That's why.
He's like
when I play into the
between saying he doesn't want him to play the agent and not let anything go for what they have prepared for playoffs.
No, why we were just trying in Neon, he was a good player, but sometimes it doesn't match with the teamwork. You gotta stop it, that's all.
Does that mean if you were kind of playing the Neon ISO, does that mean we see CNED back on the chamber? Was that how you accommodate for something like that? Or you go, just go double duelist?
No, I guess Chamber is just down for the meta right now. There's probably no one is gonna play Chamber because...
Don't say it. They're watching, maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah. We never know.
There is so many characters in the game.
That's
you can
true,
just play everything, but I don't think everyone's gonna play Chamber right now, so...
Are we ever gonna see you have
Chamber
some
buff,
fun?
please.
You know?
Well, sometimes I just
You get to
try
have some fun?
different characters on maybe some maps, but it doesn't work.
Oh no, I like that you get to try. Is this more a Gaius saying like, I need you guys to be more flexible? Or is this you guys coming forward to him being like, I want to try this?
Especially these guys. Of course, while someone just said, okay, I want to try this, we give him, but like I said, it doesn't match on me sometimes, maybe it does something on Yetujay. It depends on the match and depends on the game, sorry.
So what has to happen to see CNED back on Omen?
He's not in Navi anymore, so...
I also feel like there's like at least maybe 4 other Omen players on your team that could do it. Right.
He plays sometimes.
Yeah. There's actually 4 other people.
From what I'm
that
hearing
could.
here, Yetujay's a flex god and he's being misused.
There is no way
Not
to
that
Cracks
much.
playing Smoke right now.
Oh, true,
Impossible.
Cracks.
Yeah,
But then
impossible for Cracks.
you can do triple control and then double duelist.
Maybe.
I feel like Gaius.
They don't say no.
Maybe.
After that composition in Lotus, anything's possible.
Gaius cooks, right? Gaius cooks. Actually, I wanted to ask you about Gaius because I think when we talk about coaches, I think he's very underrated. I think not a lot of people bring him into the conversation as the best coach. He's always the best Turkish coach, you know, not even like the best coach full on.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that? You think people should give him more credit?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, yes,
But-
yes, of course, but yeah.
He don't care about like
Being popular.
what people say. He don't want to be
Recognition.
popular that much. He's just doing his job, and he's so good.
That's why he's the best.
He's
He's a
trying his
humble
the
king.
best, and he's
Yeah, he's-
trying to keep ourselves in the best in the game. That's all.
I like it when he gets angry as well, because sometimes he's not actually angry, he just looks angry. I feel like people misinterpret him.
I think he's always angry, but because no, I'm not gonna say bad thing. He's always angry because if he is losing one round, he knows exactly we just did it wrong, and he has to, just keep together us again. Because if he makes some mistakes, we have to don't do it in the second round.
He's passionate, he's invested.
He's passionate, yes, because he said, guys, okay, we win the match, but what did we do? We always pick one man, just kill the match. How am I gonna watch the match right now after the game?
Yeah, true.
What did I see?
Don't throw the eco, you can't be throwing against ecos.
Yeah, like don't throw the eco. What did you do? Why you pick one by one? Like that. So I think he's really underrated, and he has to get respect from everyone probably.
I agree. I think it's time we stop this. I think this word, Turkish coach, Turkish team, I think we should just start saying best team in general. From one great coach to another. Neil Zinho was with us last week, and he left a question for you guys. Take a look at this. You got this.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh!
Neil,
Did you hear it?
did you catch that?
Of course.
Yeah. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
You first.
Well, I didn't listen to Taylor Swift. So.
Oh, what?
Are you a Swiftie today?
I knew it exactly.
I don't have a friendship
You
bracelet
are
right
my
now, but I'll
favorite
get you
player in the
one.
world.
I
You
have
are
a
my
playlist
favorite
of this.
player.
I have playlists for Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay, name me a few. You don't have to just do one. Give me a few that you like.
My most popular for me, like Love Story.
Oh, okay. Fearless girly.
I like August.
Oh
my God. Dang, give me some-
Culture.
Yeah.
And
Culture.
Some folklore.
something else. I don't know.
What about the new album?
I should listen, but I don't know.
Oh.
I can't remember.
Honestly, the range of Love Story to August is.
Yeah.
I think you're
You
What's
gonna
went
your
from
guess?
very
Favorite?
public to very like niche,
have a
like
lot
I
of
feel
respect.
August, you know?
What's
Yeah,
your
so my
favorite?
plans. My favorite, well,
Depends what day.
yeah, exactly. It depends. Like, I'll have to go all too well because it's a long
He's
story. But
interviewing them
imagine
now?
being 14,
Oh.
having a song that is that important, and then 10 years later, she releases a 10-minute version. You know, that hit me
Yeah.
Yeah.
very deep.
For you?
You like All Too Well 10-minute version?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
She's a Back to December girly. She's a
Yeah,
Back to
I like
December
Back to
girly.
December, but for me, like every day, mood. Like sometimes you're like, you want to cry yourself to sleep, but sometimes you're like, I want to party. So
Yeah.
very different mood.
You don't know if you're feeling 22.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
I think right now
My
my
Swiftie,
favorite
my girlfriend's
song
a
is
massive Swiftie.
probably But Daddy, I love him. From the
I
new
like
album.
I like
It's
a
diss
good
track.
amount of
Listen to
songs,
it.
but not
Yeah.
not
Peter.
like I would say
Yeah.
under 50%.
Honestly, Mr. Farley,
Yeah.
So
you're
she's
missing out.
definitely
I'm
got
the
some
imposter
bangers.
here right now, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
You need to share your playlist with him.
Like he's just listening everything, but I think Turkish, and he likes to listen
The small
more
things I miss about
rap
coaching.
maybe.
It's been around.
Oh.
Like
Are
team
you
environment's
the only
fun.
Swiftie on foot?
I'm making
Is there
strats.
anyone else that
I don't
shares your
know.
passion?
You have to ask, and we need to know.
Yeah, on I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
So if we go to the Eras tour again, you want to join us?
I can try. I can try. I don't know.
And Neil wants to go.
Yes.
So us
Okay.
three, Neil and Mitch, man, we're
I
gonna
prefer,
head to
like,
the Eras tour
heavier
again.
music,
Before we let you
Not
guys
too
go,
much
there's
of, like,
just a
a
couple more
pop.
things. First of all, you're gonna have to leave a question for the guests coming here tomorrow. I believe it'll be the Fnatic versus Team Liquid game. So be a winner of them.
Under Oath
again,
fan.
like you
Dude,
saw
the
Neil,
the
you don't
Under
have to
Oath
ask anything about Valorant.
Bring Me the
Ask
Horizon
whatever you
song that
want.
they did recently
Yeah.
was an absolute banger.
I like how they're conferring. Yeah.
I'm just saying you're gonna ask, but
I'm trying to help you guys out. But I mean, whatever you're passionate about. I mean,
they
Neil was
probably,
very.
so hear me
It was
out.
good,
so they
yeah, it
just
felt
won,
old school
right? Because they're
vibes.
in post-ban, not you. I mean, tomorrow. So most likely, I believe that Team Liquid chances of going to playoffs if they win are very high. So maybe you can ask them, something about playoffs.
Screw playoffs.
Yeah,
Ask them
you can be like, are you joining me in Korea?
Yeah, awesome. I feel like we go rogue here. Like, what do you guys like to do in your spare time? What's your favorite hobby besides gaming?
I actually don't know. I'm just watching some concert videos, like
Bring Me the Horizon fan.
Concerts?
yeah,
Like old school
last
stuff,
time
and
I just
then
watched,
like
Billie
Sepaternal and
Eilish.
Oh, Billy,
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
Billie
Frozen
Eilish,
album.
You're
were
such
pretty
a good
bangers.
taste.
Lollapalooza or something.
Lollapalooza?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can ask them who their favorite
Yeah,
concert. Maybe the last concert they went to last, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay. For the good. No.
why we want?
Okay. For who won? Like
Who came here?
Yeah. Who came here? Just What's your most like to watch concerts?
I like that. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a very, very good question. And it's Fnatic. I mean, we're gonna get some good answers from them. I feel like we have some like K-pop
Timeless,
fans and
timeless.
other
Yeah,
Swifties
it
there.
really hit me.
Most of has to come here right now.
As well. Oh, well, he would have to win.
Like it kind of reminded me when
but do we have a standing? Do we have a bracket? Because I wanted to quickly ask you guys one more question.
I feel like some bands always have like this thing where they always do like 2 absolute banger albums in a row.
So if they win, unfortunately, they will
Linkin
be the
Park
number
was
1
like it
seed.
was like
But if they
Meteora,
lose, you will be the number
Hybrid
1
Theory.
seed, which means you dodge.
And it felt like Bring Me the Horizon, at
third
least for me,
seed
did
versus
pretty good with those 2
6th
back-to-back
match.
as well.
And that would be Fnatic. Fnatic are 100% locked
Then
in
sometimes
as
it's
the third
really
seed. At this
hit or
point,
miss
do you feel
after
like that is a game that you would like to dodge? Does it make a difference to you, whoever you play, or you feel like there's a better matchup for you?
It doesn't matter. We're just playing our best every time.
Hybrid
If
Theory
you
is a
have to go
classic.
champions,
Yeah.
you have to win every team, and if you
course.
want to be champions, you gotta win every team. So
I
there's no
want to go
difference.
there.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like
How
it.
heavy is heavy? Like heavy, dude.
Right? At least.
course.
Why
Like
would I scare?
in the gym, I'll listen
Yeah,
to.
and I want you guys to go all
Thoughts
the way as
Prevail
well.
and
That
stuff like
final,
that,
you know,
man.
we're gonna be
Alex
excited and
Terrible,
to enjoy you
every
guys
kind
to
of
be able to
scream
make
and
it all the
stuff.
way there.
I like-
But thank you very much.
in gym, I need
it's been
heavy.
amazing
Real
to see
heavy.
you guys this stage. We will see
Screaming
you at
heavy.
playoffs. It's gonna be fun. Thank you very
Meteora
much
still
for
holds up.
joining me
Ah,
today
it's
as
insane
well.
album.
Today was fast, wasn't it, guys? That was crazy.
It's because there's football going on.
Yeah, there is football going on. There's also football going on tomorrow, but more importantly, there's more VCT EMEA going on tomorrow. We're going to be back for more games, for
Metallica?
more
Yeah, of course, dude.
playoffs, hype. Of course, there's still 3 more teams I need to
Not
lock,
as much
so
as I should
everybody
know, though, I
have
would
a
say
lovely
that.
rest today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Manatee's Last Breath. No, but I might add it to a potential gym playlist. Picture of that. Okay, chat. Give me someone to raid. I'll listen to an album. Demon 1? We can do Demon 1. Good.
One enemy remaining.
Let's Demon 1. Oh, Karagi's on. I should probably keep it in liquid. Keep him happy. Let's do that. We did a switch up. Keeping it in liquid. Liquid fam? Yeah.
Careful
Start
of his blade
with
storm
Catastrophe
up
and
top.
Power
It's
Album.
Messi, but he gets there.
Let me
And he
take
gets
this
there
out
in
as
the
well.
end.
Dude, I need time to go to the gym. That's the problem, but I'll remember. Thank you for the recommendations. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Chat, it's only
it's a
EMEA
big
tomorrow,
task,
right?
and
Someone,
it's a big fail.
someone confirm. EMEA, and then the next day it's Pacific EMEA, right?
Data captain again. This guy just doesn't stop.
I think that's right. It is 100%. Okay, thanks so much, Beanie. All right, appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'll see you in a little bit. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you for being here. Peace. YouTube chat, thank you so much as well, guys. I'll see you all soon.